Hello, good morning, and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Klenam Radio, Bato, Gaskia FM, Techiman, and Radio Wa. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, minority in parliament clash with pleas over decision to protest within the Bank of Ghana vicinity as they proceed with their Occupy BOG demo this morning.
The leadership of the NDC minority must be allowed into the central bank.
Any dissatisfaction with the police proposal to them, they are allowed to go to the courts.
We'll be live on the ground with the latest details. Also, National Health Insurance Authority considers roping dialysis treatment onto the insurance scheme to reduce the financial burden on patients.
If NHIA has to consider that, a lot of actuarial studies will have to be carried out to see whether the scheme will be sustainable if we take it on board.
We have details as pressure mounts on government to scrap taxes on consumables. In business, government default on payment of pension contributions from October last year to May 2023. But the sector regulator insists steps are being taken to address this challenge. Also in this bulletin, from defiance to dedication, Naomi's orphanage shines as a beacon of hope for vulnerable children.
I have to be sacked from school and I became a street girl for some days. When I was crying, hungry, thirsty, if I didn't die and I survived, what can I do?
We have all these and more in this package with me, Hannah Odami. We start with the minority in parliament and the police who are locking horns over the decision to protest near the premises of the Bank of Ghana. The police yesterday served notice it will not allow any protest within the vicinity of the Bank of Ghana headquarters as the minority proceeds with its planned Occupy BOG demonstration. Well, Director of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service, ACP Grace Ansa Akrofi, says the minority can head to court if they disagree with the service's position.
That where there is a disagreement between the two parties, the police can go to court and so can the organizers go to court for a determination. So per the security assessment conducted by the police service, the Bank of Ghana is a security zone and we've advised the organizers accordingly. And if they have any dissatisfaction with the police proposal to them, they are allowed to go to the court so that the court determines the matter.
Well, the minority leader, Atu Forson, insists they must be allowed to present a petition to the governor of the central bank.
He should be the one. He should not send anybody. He should be the one to come and receive the petition from us. And that is what we are demanding.
Has the governor himself been officially informed of this?
The police has a responsibility to inform. We informed the police about it when we met with them.
But you admit it's not the police's job to facilitate the presentation of a petition to
yes, because they are the ones that have said that the place is a security zone and that they want us to terminate at a certain point. But at the minimum, the leadership of the NDC minority and members of parliament must be allowed into the central bank for us to present our petition to the governor himself. And he should be the one to receive it.
Minority Leader Castle Atuforsen there. Well, let's head to the ground and speak to my colleague Maxwell Agbagba. Maxwell, what exactly can you report where you have pitched camp?
Well, Hannah, scores of protesters have already started arriving here at the Obra spot. Those I've seen here are wearing red. Some persons selling NDC paraphernalia, Ghana flag, vuvuzela are also here ready to cash in. What you can hear, if you can hear the sound in the background, two buses carrying police officers also just arriving here on the ground. I've seen some crowd control vehicles also here. A man I just met here who says he's a pastor. He arrived here about 5 minutes ago. He's carrying a very big placard and says he's here to take part in the protest. So what's your name?
My name is Ambassador Jackson.
And you're a pastor?
Yes, sir, Reverend Jackson.
Reverend Jackson. Why are you taking part in this protest?
Because of the problem, the hardship in the country. We cannot sit down for the country be taken for granted. We are all human beings and we are all men of God. So we have to support this.
Okay. So you just had Reverend Jackson there. I also have two gentlemen who said they left Kaswa at 4 a.m. and they are here to take part in this protest.
And Maxwell Agbagba will be bringing us updates from this developing story is the Occupy BOG demonstration. Moving on, the National Health Insurance Authority is considering roping dialysis treatment onto the insurance scheme to reduce the financial burden on patients. It comes as pressure mounts on government to scrap taxes on consumables following revelations by the Renal Patients Association of Ghana that 14 of its members died between May and September when the Kolebu Teaching Hospital ran out of consumables. Let's hear from Director of Corporate Affairs at the NHIA, Oswald Mensah.
NHIS, the benefit package that we operate, obviously has well over 95% disease conditions that are presented in the hospitals are covered under the scheme. And we run an exclusions list, of which dialysis for chronic disease, kidney failure, is an exclusion on the list. As we're hearing, of course, the dialysis treatments is not, they're quite expensive. If NHIA has to consider that, a lot of actuarial studies would have to be carried out to see whether the scheme will be sustainable.
Oswald Mensah is Director of Corporate Affairs at the NHIA. Now, expert research in the presence of the new malaria-causing mosquitoes in Ghana have found the new breed in Nima, the third community to have Anopheles stephensii after Dansoman and Tuba. In the following report, Michael Ashale of our health desk explores the impact of the new breed on the country's efforts at reducing the incidence of malaria in the country.
Nima becomes the newest community to record the presence of the new mosquito breed, described by the Ghana Health Service as stubborn and rough. Professor Yao Afrani, a senior researcher in medical entomology and parasitology at the University of Ghana Medical School, and led the team that made this discovery.
Through the work that we were doing, the research work that we did, we realized that Anopheles stephensii is actually breeding within the city of Accra. Right now, we found that within those places they are widespread. We've also seen that they are also in Nima. These are new places that we did not mention initially.
For many faced with tough life in the capital, this situation presents grave danger to their health. 26-year-old Joshua Asante is one of them. He migrated from his village to the capital in search of greener pastures. But what he found is far from green.
Living here is not easy. Things have become difficult for me since I come.
Now, if you were among those in the queue yesterday but was unable to register on the electoral roll, there's still a chance for you. The Electoral Commission has in a statement indicated it will extend assistance to new voter applicants who were in the queue before 5 p.m. but couldn't complete their registration. Faustina Safo shares excerpts of that statement.
The public is informed that the Commission will not extend the voters' registration exercise. The Commission, however, assures the general public that arrangements have been made to ensure that eligible citizens who are in the queue on or before 5 p.m. today are registered tomorrow, Tuesday, the 3rd of October 2023. This arrangement will be extended only to eligible applicants in the queue at 5 p.m. today, Monday, the 2nd of October 2023.
To a story of hope. Her journey began in defiance, battling hunger and homelessness to pursue education against her father's wishes for a life in farming. Today, Naomi provides not just shelter, but a sense of family to children from diverse backgrounds, defying all odds and economic challenges. Here's her story of hope. Mamie Sinyamiche Thompson reports.
It is dinner time at the Royal Cedi home, a shelter at Papase in the central region. 80 hungry mouths are ready to be fed. Meet Naomi, the lifeline to hundreds of street and special needs children who might have otherwise been left without a home.
We have been getting the children from the Department of Social Welfare to the home now. We got to know that some of them has epilepsy and some of them has a little bit mentally challenged. And some of them they are children in need. As I'm talking with you now, I'm having a baby which is 6, 7 to 8 months who has a stroke.
But Naomi's journey to becoming their savior was not an easy one. 26 years ago, she battled hunger and homelessness because she defied her father's wishes to pursue an education.
I have to be sacked from school and I became a street girl for some days, 3-4 days. So through that, I asked myself, when I was crying, hungry, thirsty, if I didn't die and I survived, what can I do?
She became passionate about taking care of homeless and vulnerable children because of her personal experience. In 1997, Naomi founded the Royal Seed Home. It has become a sanctuary for children from diverse backgrounds.
I came to Royal Seed Home at the age of 3 years. I was a street child. I feel like I'm living with my own family.
I just thank God for everything because there is no load on my shoulder, let's just say it that way.
On that note, that's it for the news at 6 with me, Hannah Odame. You can find all these stories and more on myjoyonline.com, including live updates from the Occupy BOG demonstration. Thank you so much for your company. Back to the Joy SMS team.
Joy 99.7 FM, radio for the discerning listener.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At Absa, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply.
No matter your water needs, Sintex has it all. Sintex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Sintex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Sintex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Sintex tank. Sintex tank, stress-free. Sintex tank, reliable. Sintex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Sintex tank, a strong, a tough.
Na wansu na shibola no. Mudi bebia na mu shibola. Aden.
Ho, masa, na bola na won shibida.
Wa hwe, wo be ma zoom lion abefa ubola no akono. Die ni awo kika. Niama asisa inti sisa ubola star ni bi why.
We nyina e kasen, sisa ubola star no. Na won so ye boga. Ji zoom lion bola konko no bi. Na ma zoom lion fa ubola no. Never star 857 hash. Etu ya ubola neka.
Hi, my name is Yao Ichampwanje, Marketing and Communications Manager for Apollonia City. Apollonia City is organizing a special open day on Saturday, the 28th of October 2023, and would like to invite you to come explore the futuristic city that is Apollonia City. In today's tricky market, there are very few avenues to invest that make sense. That's why many have seen the light and are moving towards real estate. Come join us explore the future together. We will be discussing interesting topics like building in a gated community, property rights according to Ghana's legal system, and so much more. The date is Saturday, 28th October at 10 a.m. Venue is Apollonia City. Buses will leave the Accra Mall at 9 a.m. For enquiries, call Apollonia City on 0275 577 577. See you there.
Yeah, fancy seeing you here.
Good to see you too.
How you doing?
I'm blessed.
All right, good.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm okay, thanks. Have you been following Max Olabuba's interviews with the people who are living on dialysis? It's sad, though.
Yes, it is. And it's good we are having this conversation now because they otherwise wouldn't have had any avenue to express how they feel.
Yeah.
There was no way. They were just battling with their problems, not having dialysis. I mean, from last year till now, how come? How come?
And you know, that's what makes me glad that we do what we do. Because this is a true example of us giving a voice to the voiceless. Who would have spoken for these people, you know, if this matter had not been of importance to us all? Okay, then. We're getting into it later. But right now, for the 6 a.m. news, we're grateful to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. For the Joy Business Report coming up now, we thank Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. And Africa World Airlines. Touching Africa, touching the world.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Government default on payment of pension contributions from October last year to May 2023. But the sector regulator insists steps are being taken to address this challenge. Meanwhile, government reiterates it is working to rope in 2 million cocoa farmers onto the pension scheme. And the Ghana Cedi to weaken this week following the increased domestic demand and strengthening of the US dollar. Details with me, Hannah Odami. Government has defaulted on payment of pension contributions for public sector workers from October last year to May 2023. This was contained in the Financial Stability Review report for the year 2020. George Riafe has the rest of the story.
The default has affected Tier 1 and 2 of contributions of workers over the past 7 months, ending May this year. This should mean that when it comes to the mandatory Tier 1 split contributions of 13% of workers' salary, payments have delayed. Government has also had challenges in meeting the Tier 2 contributions, which is 5% deduction of workers' basic salary to the privately managed scheme. The report put together by the National Pensions Regulatory Authority and captured in the Bank of Ghana's Financial Stability Report, however, showed that there were some payments made in March this year. However, this covered contributions up to September 2022. The National Pensions Regulatory Authority has however promised that it will continue to negotiate with government on the payment of outstanding contributions and timely payment of subsequent ones. Meanwhile, industry data ending March this year showed that the scheme posted some negative return. However, the regulator believes that these indicators should improve when the default in contribution payments are settled by government.
George Riafe brought us that report. Well, the Minister of Employment, Labour Relations and Minister in charge of Pensions, Dr. Ignatius Bafo-Iwa, has indicated government is working to rope in 2 million cocoa farmers onto the social security system. According to him, the government will continue to leverage technology to help increase social security coverage in Ghana. He was speaking at a technical seminar by the International Social Security Association, hosted by the Social Security and National Insurance Trust.
unfortunately, most of the players within the cocoa value chain in Ghana operate within the informal economy, so they are not on social security. But I'm proud to say that since last year, government through the various pension agencies have worked to bring about 2 million cocoa farmers onto the social security systems in Ghana. This is going to be operational by the end of this year, and when that is done, the numbers who are on social security will no longer be 1.8, but will move from 1.8 to 3.8.
You heard the Minister in charge of pensions, Dr. Ignatius Bafo Ewa. The Ghana cedi is expected to weaken this week following increased domestic demand and the strengthening of the US dollar. This is coming after the local currency last week lost marginally against the American greenback. Here's more in this Business Desk report.
The cedi tumbled against the dollar last week as demand pressures continued to build up against the Bank of Ghana's foreign exchange supports. The central bank held its bi-weekly foreign exchange auction for bulk oil distributing companies and provided $20 million. Additionally, the central bank was active on the spot market, providing about $2 million in support to tame demand. However, these foreign exchange provisions could not hold up the cedi against the dollar. Nonetheless, the local unit remained stable versus the euro but closed stronger against the pound on the retail market. Meanwhile, analysts believe the disbursement of the cocoa syndication loan and the possible inflows from the economic credit facility with the International Monetary Fund will cushion the cedi in the near term. So far this year, the cedi has lost about 11.4% to the dollar in the retail market.
That was a Business Desk report. Well, the cedi is still going for 11 cedis, 61 pesos against the US dollar on the forex or retail market. It is selling at 14 cedis, 38 pesos to the pound. It is trading at 12 cedis, 28 pesos to the euro. Let's move on. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has given some strong indication that a proposed review of the capital requirements of banks will be based on risk. It is coming after the banks submitted plans on how they intend to recapitalize over the next 3 years. Dr. Ernest Addison has been given some more details about these reforms at the annual general meeting of the Ghana Association of Banks.
As a sequel to the implementation of Pillar 1 of Basel II-3 implementation in 2018, the bank intends to scale up the regulatory reform agenda through a series of engagements with GAP on the rollout of Pillar 2 of the Basel II-3 capital framework. The framework will ensure that banks hold adequate capital for all material risks inherent in their operations. In this regard, regulatory guidance will be provided in the following aspects of Pillar 2: liquidity risk management, internal capital adequacy assessment process, guide to supervisory interventions, concentration risk and interest risk in the banking book.
You heard Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison there. The Dean of the School of Business of University of Cape Coast, Professor John Gachi, has advised government to prioritize the recapitalization of the Bank of Ghana as soon as the country's fiscal condition improves. According to him, this should be done within a short period to avert any potential negative impact of the central bank's central impairments on its operations. He spoke to Joy Business in an interview.
Bank of Ghana would have been looking at its mandate of price stability and also being the last resort for the financial sector before doing that. So I think Bank of Ghana has forgotten that they are the bank of last resort. They have forgotten that they have a crucial role to play to sustain the financial system. So that is a challenge that we need to hear the finance minister how they will be able to recapitalize Bank of Ghana.
That was Dean of the School of Business at the University of Cape Coast, Professor John Gachi. Founder of the Young Investor Network says its stock pitch competition has matured and prepared young but talented undergraduates to meet the changing needs in the banking, investment, and financial work environment. According to Joshua Kwemensah, the stock pitch competition has also equipped the students to be motivated to deliver wherever they find themselves after graduation. He was speaking at the launch of the 2023 stock pitch competition at the Accra Technical University.
By the grace of God, we have top of our participants. Some of them are in Bank of America, currently working in Bank of America. 2 of them are in the global markets in the Bank of America. They have one in Deloitte, UK, working in Deloitte, UK. Then we have others at KPMG, IC Securities, Data Bank, and industry all over. So we believe that this competition is the right to bridge the academia and industry. Some of them, as my colleague said, have published a lot of works in the various papers.
The stock pitch competition will create the next generation of financial experts and gain insights into the stock market whilst networking with industry professionals. To other stories, business leadership expert Professor Enoch Opoku-Entry is calling for some regulation to ensure goods and services are priced appropriately for customers to get value for money. According to him, the country's free market concept has become a disadvantage to customers who want to acquire an item, especially in the food sector. Speaking at this year's EB Connect series in Accra, Professor Entry stressed the need for food vendors to be regulated accordingly.
I think that the government should have a regulation. If you go to any mall and you buy, the prices are set on that. You buy, you are paying taxes. Those on the roadside are not paying taxes. Even that, they are not being honest to the customer. Why? If they are selling olonka of Gary, they have mangled the olonka in such a way that it's not up to the olonka. If it is tomatoes, they have some grass under the basket, and then they put their little tomatoes. So they pour it quick as if the whole basket was full of tomatoes, but no, half is grass. Government should regulate that because the average customer is being cheated.
You heard there Professor Enoch Opoku-Entry. On Investor Eye today, if you suspect an investment arrangement to be fraud, never go ahead to engage the company. Don't also provide any personal information to any suspicious investment company. Let's listen to the head of Technical, ICT and Digital Forensic at the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Amankwa Atta, as he provides some more tips to avoid fraudulent investment schemes.
When someone feels they have received an investment message, that could potentially be a scam. There are several steps they can take to protect themselves. 1. Do not respond to the message. Avoid engaging with the sender or providing any personal or financial information. 2. Research about the sender. Look up for the company or individual who sent you the online message. Check for any negative review or report of scam associated with their name. 3. Verify the information. If the message claimed to be from a reputable organization or financial institution, contact them directly through their official line. 4. Watch out for red flags. Be on the look for common signs of investment scam, such as they offering you guarantee of high returns with little to no risk.
That was Head of Technical, ICT and Digital Forensic at the Economic and Organized Crime Office, Amankwa Atta. To some commodity news, and crude oil dropped by more than $2 to open trading at $89 a barrel. Gold is selling at $1,819 an ounce after losing about $8. Cocoa is, however, trading at $3,502 a ton after going up by $84. And that ends the Joy Business Report with me, Hannah Odame. Please log on to myjoyonline.com/business for more news. Have a great morning.
And of course, back to the award-winning CIMG Radio Program of the Year.
Hosted by Kojo Mama V. Raymond.
That's right.
And the team.
The award-winning team.
The award-winning team.
Thank you, Hannah. And I'm sure we'll be hearing more from Hannah at 10 o'clock.
Have a good day.
You too. All right, now let's get inspired. Our inspirational song this morning brought to us by the kindness of Duraplast Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC pipes and HDPE pipes and water tank. Where Duraplast goes, water flows. Now I've been looking forward to sharing this song with you. It's been making the rounds now for a couple of weeks. It's by Amarado. He calls it Kwekua Nancy, and it really does move the spirit. Enjoy.
To the freshly minted voter fair ambassador.
This is not fresh.
Oh, yeah, this is an old position.
This is old news.
I was thinking that.
News,
I thought that.
This is Pascal.
I saw it on social media that, she has been installed. Oh. Mamaga voter ambassador.
Yeah.
Yes.
February this year. By the way, shall we get into
it? Why? Hey, Mama, be more plus you. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, let's do the Drive Safe campaign.
All right, our Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and Multimedia Group. It's supported by Toyota Superior Quality. So I got information yesterday that there's a traffic light at Presec. The Presecans, listen. And this information, I'm just going to read details of it. It says kindly, the traffic light in front of Presec is a minute away from falling on the main road. It has tilted. The next storm will lift it and it will be down. Are there no highway staff using the Adenta Legon route? It's a question that came with it. And this is right in front of the school. Yeah. Students use it as well. So.
I saw the strangest thing yesterday on my way home. Actually, I had to make a detour. So you see this new road, the one that's been constructed in front of Lekma Hospital. So it runs from Maneth Junction of Spintex all the way to the beach road. Now, on the Lekma side of that dual carriageway, I saw the strangest thing. A red car, like a hatchback, okay? It had fallen against one of the, there's a line of shops on the side of the road, stalls and, So this this hatchback was sort of standing vertically. Okay, so the boot was on the ground and the bonnet was on the roof of one of these stalls. How is the question? And there was a crowd gathered there, there was some broken tree and all that. Obviously, I couldn't stop to find out what was going on. But this car must have flown from somewhere. So again, this speeding thing. Because I honestly can't see how anybody survived that accident. So you really, really need to watch your speed. Be careful. No matter how new or nice the road is, you can still die on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm told that the Kaswa Road is in a terrible shape this morning due to the rain. Friends are in traffic. If you're using the Kaswa Road, well, we feel your pain. We hope that something can be done speedily, really. We've been talking about that stretch for a while now as well. Can there be something done, at least, to clear the road? Well, listen, avoid all distractions. Keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. No matter how painful your driving may be this morning, please drive safe.
Let's say it right now. It's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is our hallmarks. Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done. You say either. I say either.
Today, I would like us to talk about another of my favorite words, verbatim. 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 Which means using exactly the same words as were used originally. An example, she made me repeat the wedding vows verbatim. Now, instead of verbatim, you could say to the letter, accurately, faithfully, or literally. Verbatim originates from the Latin word verbum, which means word, and the earliest recorded translation of verbatim is word for word. Now, I'll bet you didn't know that verbatim happens to share origins with a less commonly known word, literatum, which means to reproduce written text letter by letter. I have often heard verbatim mispronounced as verbatim, but this is not how to say it right. Thankfully, now that you know this, you can share everything I've told you with everyone you know. Of course, you won't have to repeat it verbatim. All right, then, let's get into the news review, and is brought to us by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, and My Way, a simple life insurance by My Life and MTN Momo. Dial *165# on MTN to join My Way today.
Now, the Daily Graphic has been reporting this morning 21 people have been jailed some 340 years in the fight against Galamsey. This is from, of course, imprisonment by the Takwa Circuit called for illegal mining in 5 different sites in the Western region alone. This is happening in one area. Apart from the jail terms, the court presided over by Hafia Ama Menu also imposed a fine of 120,000 on each of the 21 convicts, totaling some 2.52 million cedis, and the convicts were separately sentenced in 5 different cases with various prison terms, 15 to 20 years, for engaging in illegal mining. Based on the amended sections or Section 99, which gives higher fines than what was previously the case. That's the biggest story that the Daily Graphics reported this morning. And flags fly half-mast in honor of Teresa Kufuor, and that's one of the stories on the front page this morning.
You know, 2 things occur to me with these Galamsey arrests. The first one is that, well, it looks like what the Attorney General was complaining about earlier. He was talking about how some of the courts need some sort of sensitization to the new sentencing regime because they were still passing the old sentences. It seems like that now has been resolved. 15 to 20 years for Ghanaian illegal miners. That means that we are now punishing them according to the new law. But the other thing that occurs to me is, where are the kingpins? If you read the story, all the people who are arrested were people who were doing the, rudimentary, there were some people who were polluting the river, and I'm so glad those people were grabbed, by the way. These are the people who are making our lives difficult for us by polluting our water, so I'm glad they were grabbed. There were a bunch of people who
and these people cannot buy all the chauffages and all of the
that's the point I was going to make.
They don't have the resources to do that. Yes. So if we are minded that we want to be just and fair society, we know them. The Media Foundation for West Africa and also the Media Coalition for Against Galamsey actually petitioned and the IGP and the police hierarchy, the CID, I'm sure, was asked to take this up to investigate the engagements around Akonta mining up to date. We don't know what has happened to that. We don't even know whether they've commenced any investigation in that direction. The list, or let's say the plethora of what they call the documentaries we have done. If anybody in this republic means business, not just picking out on the small people who are used for it and pretending that you are seriously fighting crime, you could chase the right people. In fact, serious fighters of what they call it, injustice and also crime, target the top to send a signal which descends to the down there. But
I would very much have liked to ask the Attorney General whether there is scope for these people who have been arrested, now that they've been given these hefty sentences, and plea bargaining is an option for us now, whether indeed we could start to offer deals to some of these small fry to turn in the financiers, right? Because they are the ones who are the real problem. These ones have been arrested. Those guys with money will just find others to continue mining illegally for them. So if we can get some of these guys, these small fry, to turn on their financiers, for a reduction in their sentence, so that we can get the real problem and start to actually solve this Galamsey.
That is to presume that most of us in this republic do not know who the big people are in this area.
But it's not just about evidence. It's about proving it. Okay, so in court, the Attorney General will need proof in order to convict these kingpins.
Yeah, of course. When we deliberately set fire into the evidence on the ground,
then how will you get proof?
Yes. But this is the Republic of Ghana. Now, there's also another story that's of importance to people who tried registry yesterday. The 6 a.m. news actually captured that too. So the EC says, yes, we are not extending it, but if you were in the queue, if you joined the queue before the time they ended the registration, you still have an opportunity. We have given you numbers, especially fresh voters. You can still, not that today you can join the queue. If you were there yesterday and the queue was very long, as we have complained about consistently, you can still go back and do
Today.
your registration today, and you continue from where you were previously. I'm not sure if the queue will last for a whole week. That's still an extension, though. It's for those who were not served as of the last
5
day.
p.m. yesterday.
Yes. I mean, listen, all that they should do is declare that we are doing an extension for 10 days or whichever period they deem appropriate. This positioning that, we will not extend. But still, if you join our queue, we should still serve you.
Can't we have a continuous exercise? Can't you just walk into
That is
your
what
districts?
they were supposed to do. And this conversation, I'm not sure. And when you have not done this for 2 years and you are still positioning yourself like some powerful institution that controls, it has been
Especially when we
explained
had
to you.
difficulties even with this process, machines not working, network, things like that.
Which was never the fault of the people who had actually abandoned their. I am not registered. I have never had the time and space to go and queue for the period of time that. I'm not sure what you do with that. Do you write for leave or something? Do you? Yes, for some reason, because it's opportunity cost. Which one would you value more at this time? Would you go and show? If I joined the queue for yesterday, the entire day, and it couldn't be registered, I will come back and tell my bosses that it didn't happen. So today, please give me another day. Ad infinitum until at such a time that the EC finishes with all the people. I'm sure mostly I'll be at the tail end of the queue anyway. But you think about how upset that is. Anyway.
Well, let's get into the Ghanaian Times newspaper. It says at World Mental Health Day, the Mental Health Authority is to reach streets of mental patients to restore dignity. Theresa Kufuor, E.T. Mensah passed on. EC ends limited voter registration exercise. Abide by security arrangement. Police urge minority occupy BOG protesters. Maxwell Agbagba reported this morning that people are already gathering at the Obra spot. What we do not know yet is if the estimated 5,000 protesters will go through the routes that the police insist they should use, because the police say that the Bank of Ghana premises is strictly out of bounds, but they're allowing them to go through the court complex, that road. And we're just talking because isn't the court also a security zone?
Wait, so they won't be allowed to go to the Bank of Ghana?
No, they will not, according to the police.
But the minority says they should just select a few of them as leaders so that they will go and present the petition. I'm not sure the police want to take the petition and deliver it on their behalf. I'm not sure if that's their intention. But they say, okay, you don't take everybody there. We agree that the numbers may be too huge for that area. So just take the leadership. Let's go and present the petition to the governor.
The police. This will probably be the fourth demonstration that the police has redirected to a different destination because the institution being protested against is residing in a security zone.
Yeah.
At what point are we going to challenge this argument?
Yeah.
At what point? Because to be perfectly honest, there are several institutions responsible for our welfare and well-being that are residing in security zones. So by creating this rule that if it's a security zone, you cannot bring your demonstration there, you immediately change the shape of how we exercise that entrenched right. You change the shape of it immediately. So it means that as a Ghanaian, you have the right to demonstrate, but you can't demonstrate to. You can't go to the person you are demonstrating against.
Even though they are public
Yes.
officers.
Yes.
And mostly, you see, demonstrations can never enter the Bank of Ghana building anyway.
Yeah.
No, best be hanging out somewhere in the corner there. So what makes
this
big deal
what
about?
What makes it
anyway?
a security zone? Is it the institutions located in that area? Because they're going to go through the court complex anyway.
Yes. No, the court, there's no security zone. Maybe they didn't name the court as where they were going to present. If they did, perhaps it would
if they had named the court,
yes,
it would have
been a
become
security
zone. I think we have to be fair here
and be consistent.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes so clear on the rules you want to apply.
This is a guaranteed right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to be very careful how we we curtail it.
And we try to try forward the small in so many ways. It doesn't make sense.
No. I think really someone needs to challenge this, because this may be the fourth demonstration. You keep hearing them say, and go to the Black Star Square, go to Black Star Square.
From Obra Sports
so
to
today,
Independence Square.
I can go to the Bank of Ghana's place, right? I can go there. I can perhaps even hold a placard and go there. One-man demonstration. Would that also be me breaching security zone? Or it's because when 4,000 more people join me, then becomes a security threat? Well,
sounds like it.
Anyway, now the Chronicle is reporting this morning that Stop the Tribal Politics Against Bamia presidency is not for our council alone. So this is supposed to be coming from some NPP identifiable groups of Kumasi Central Market, Kejetia and Race Course. And that's on the front page. Akoto bemoans neglect of grassroots by government and party. There's also 12 senior high schools to study aviation and aerospace engineering. That's very interesting. Lejokuku celebrates Bamia. That's also it's a very wonderful Baminic morning for the Chronicle anyway.
All right, the Daily Guide newspaper is reporting. You remember the houseboy who is alleged to have killed his madam in Kumasi? This story came up some time ago. We're told that he's pleaded guilty to another charge of stealing. This is another case. He was apparently working as a reception for this hotel, and the owner of the hotel in Bantama had given her phone to him to do some fix something on the phone, and then he ran away with it and then used a bank app on the phone to withdraw money from her bank account. So this is what this is related to. He's pleaded guilty to the charge of stealing, and he's been sentenced. But he will appear in court today in the case involving the murder of his Madam Princess Ifwa Ahinkan. And then 25 jail, 85 years for Galamsey. We've talked about that. We've also talked about the voter registration exercise, which ended yesterday. But the Electoral Commission said if you were in the queue by 5 p.m., then you could return today to register. On the back page, in Kudus lies great talent. West Ham United assistant manager says in Mohamed Kudus lies great talent. Some sports stories on the back page of the paper.
The last paper I have is the Finder, and it's reporting this morning NPP Akufo-Addo Bamia and this morning there is Akufo. There is also long queues on final day of voter registration in Accra. We just talked about that, and the winner of flag bearer race has a lot of work to do. This is Dr. Koto Wata. Is a workaholic Akoto for all. And he's the one saying so. Educhu migrates education to online, starting with 30 schools and tablets for each student. So that's also one of the stories on the front page. Exempt medication and dialysis kits from taxes and duties. That's Mahama speaking there. Former President John Dramani Mahama.
All right, shall we go online?
Yeah, the online review this morning and always brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy.
So what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just top up anywhere? Well, don't do that if that's what you do. Let's introduce you to the Good Energy family and why you must be part. So Goyle Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels with high performance in town for your vehicle. Also, Goyle Super XP Ron 95 is a high-grade fuel sold at same price as normal fuel, and Goyle Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Plus, with over 440 stations across the nation, you've got to join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yenna Ara Yedim.
All right, and on the CIMG award-winning myjoyonline.com this morning, Ghana is ripe for a coup d'etat, but what's saving us is tolerance of citizens, and that's according to Asiedun Ketia. There are also some stories about Occupy BOG protests, police to temporarily block the road from Independence Square towards the old Parliament House, so be aware of that. New BOG complex, Mahama Yarega to report governor and deputies to OSP for corruption. Okay, all right. And stories, of course, about the late Auntie Teresa Kufuor, who passed on Sunday night. Occupy BOG protest. We will march to BOG to present our petition. The minority is insisting, and that comes on citynewsroom.com with a picture of Sami Jemfi, that's right. Okay, at least 10 dead in Zimbabwe gold mine collapse as rescue efforts continue. That one happened on CNN. Well, according to CNN, happened in Zimbabwe, and details continue to emerge. That does it for our online review, which means we can now go for the BBC News, brought to us this morning by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Run 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost, but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Run 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Goyle. Good energy.
The search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC, and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASI, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
My way insurance,
Hi, my name is Nanama McBrown, and I want to encourage you to dial *165# on MTN to join the My Way family. My Way provides you and a selected family member a cover against death. As a policyholder, you will also have a cover against total permanent disability and hospitalization should you be hospitalized for more than 2 nights. Dial *165# and join the family. Sanya My Way. No way.
My Way is a product of My Life and MTN Momo. Terms and conditions apply.
There's never been a better time to own a home. Republic Bank slashes interest rates on all its Cedi mortgage products. Yes, switch and sign on to any of our Cedi mortgages. Enjoy ultra low interest rates and pay less to live in your dream home. Kule! Call 054 0109 649, 054 0109 901, or email myhome@republicghana.com. Offer is valid until 31st January 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
People Fixing the World is next. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
This week on People Fixing the World from the BBC World Service, I've gone nuts. Well, coconuts to be precise. I'm Myra Anubi, and today I'll be walking you through some creative ideas using coconut waste to solve everyday problems. We'll start off in Sierra Leone to find out how coconut husks are making cooking fuel that's better for the environment.
I found out that I can kill two birds with one stone. I can help to clean the city, at the same time provide solution for deforestation.
Then we're headed to the Philippines, where they're making coconut cool boxes that keep fish fresh.
We had drank our fair share of coconuts over the months beforehand, so we knew that there was something about coconuts that was keeping that nut fresh in the tropics.
In a nutshell, it's all about clever ways to use coconut waste, and that's all coming up after the BBC News.
Hello, I'm Emily Thomas with the BBC News. The Prime Minister of Haiti has expressed his gratitude after the UN Security Council voted to approve the deployment of an international security force to the crisis-hit Caribbean nation. Ariel Henry said the bell of liberation had sounded. Will Leonardo reports.
This approval by previously divided UN Security Council comes a year after Haiti's government first requested foreign help to tackle the armed groups that have overrun much of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Residents there have faced a dire humanitarian crisis, with gangs fighting openly in the streets, public services in tatters, and a port blockade leading to severe shortages. Hundreds have been killed in brutal violence. Kenya will now send 1,000 police pending parliamentary approval. Haiti's Caribbean neighbours, including Jamaica and the Bahamas, have also pledged personnel, while the United States has offered $100 million in logistical support.
The Speaker of the US House of Representatives, Kevin McCarthy, is fighting for his political life after his fellow Republican Congressman, Matt Gaetz, filed a rarely used motion to try to oust him. Mr. Gaetz and other hard-right conservatives refuse to accept government spending remaining at existing levels. Here's Peter Bowes.
In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Kevin McCarthy's response was brief, though. It was to the point. He said, "Bring it on." He is going to fight this, and of course he is well used to fighting for his job. He won a really marathon struggle to become Speaker in January after apparently promising those on the right of his party that he wouldn't make such deals with the Democrats. He clinched the job after some 15 rounds of voting. He also, at that time, promised to change the House rules to allow any one member to call for a vote to oust the Speaker, which is exactly what's happened. So he's been on thin ice ever since he got the job.
Police in Washington are hunting for 3 armed attackers who stole the car of a congressman close to the US Capitol building. Democrat Henry Cuellar, who represents a Texas district, was unharmed in the attack and is helping police with their inquiries. Shares in the struggling Chinese property giant Evergrande have risen sharply on their return to the Hong Kong stock market. Stephen McDonnell reports from Beijing.
When news came last week that Evergrande's chair, Hui Ga-yan, had been detained for questioning, accused of unspecified crimes, trading in the company's shares was suspended. It resumed today, resulting in volatile changes in price. The giant developer was once a symbol of China's booming economy, but has since come to represent all that's gone wrong with the country's heavily indebted property sector, which makes up a quarter of its overall GDP. Later this month, a hearing will commence, considering whether Evergrande should be forced into liquidation. Up until now, the Chinese government has seemed reluctant to bail it out.
BBC News. Officials in Singapore have seized more than $2 billion in a money laundering investigation. A government minister said it was one of the city-state's largest such cases. Josephine Teos said authorities first suspected criminal activity 2 years ago when they found suspicious transaction reports being filed by financial institutions. The police launched an investigation a year later, uncovering a network of people believed to be connected to each other, including by familial ties. The Secretary General of the oil producers cartel, OPEC, has told the BBC there's little prospect of prices falling anytime soon. Haitham Al-Ghais said his members' decision to cut production until the end of next year could cause a significant supply shortfall. Analysts say this could lead to prices again topping $100 a barrel. Mr. Ghais warned of dire consequences if the energy sector stops investing in oil. A UN team that's visited Nagorno-Karabakh says as few as 50 ethnic Armenians could be left inside the enclave. It came under full Azerbaijani control last month. Rayhan Dmitry is near the border.
According to the data they collected based on their conversations with the local people, they said that only about 50 to 1,000 ethnic Armenians are left now in Nagorno-Karabakh. They did not receive any reports of violence against the local population. And also they said that they were struck by how suddenly people left their homes and the suffering it may have caused.
Negotiators for striking Hollywood actors have resumed contract talks with major studios, television networks and streaming services. The meeting came 8 days after a separate contract deal was struck with screenwriters. The fresh talks have ignited hopes that an agreement could be within reach to end the industrial action. BBC News.
Hi, my name is Yao Ichampoje, Marketing and Communications Manager for Apollonia City. Apollonia City is organizing a special open day on Saturday the 28th of October 2023 and would like to invite you to come explore the futuristic city that is Apollonia City. In today's tricky market, there are very few avenues to invest that make sense. That's why many have seen the light and are moving towards real estate. Come join us explore the future together. We will be discussing interesting topics like building in a gated community, property rights according to Ghana's legal system, and so much more. The date is Saturday 28th October at 10 a.m. Venue is Apollonia City. Buses will leave their Accra Mall at 9 a.m. For enquiries, call Apollonia City on 0275 577 577. See you there.
Come with me. Bask in freedom. There are no deadlines here. Hurry so you can take your time. The sunset from above. A visual buffet. Pictures capture moments. 100 conversations don't exhaust the tale of your new favorite filter. The salt of the sea warm on your dark skin.
I love to come back here. A truly immersive experience is our reality. South Africa invites you to summer with us. Create your own story with customizable experiences now. Visit southafrica.net. It's never too late to summer in SA.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Radio program of the year 2022. Joy FM, Joy Super Morning Show.
He's up bright and early, serving your premium morning radio show. The Morning Man. It's the Morning Man, Kojo Jackson.
Radio program of the year 2022. Joy FM, Joy Super Morning Show.
Mama, baby,
Super Morning Show, CIMG Radio Program of the Year for 2022.
If there was any doubt, if there was any need for a reminder,
All right, now listen, today on the Super Morning Show, our preoccupation. By the way, we'll be giving you updates on this Occupy BOG House demonstration that's supposed to happen this morning. We'll be bringing you updates on how the roads are being managed by the security services and how the protest itself is shaping up. All right, so stay tuned for all of that detail right here on the Super Morning Show. But that's not all we're dealing with. Today, we're thinking very deeply about this dialysis crisis, and it's a crisis. Let's be fair. If you are in this country and your salary is less than 4,600 cedis, you can't afford, even at the current prices, you can't afford to live. If you need dialysis 3 times a week at 380 cedis or whatever the current price is, four times, 4 weeks in a month, that's over 4,600 cedis. So if your salary is 3,000 cedis, you are going to die. And by the way, only 20% of Ghanaians earn 3,000 cedis or more, or at least in the public service anyway, according to Ghana Statistical Services.
I have been spending the night reading this wonderful study. We'll be talking to Dr. Electoral, right?
Yes.
Later on this conversation. He and his colleagues
Kumasi,
did some very great work. It says 50 years of hemodialysis in Ghana. Current status, utilization and cost of dialysis services. Kojo, some of the things, if you read them, you'll be sad. There are 51 dialysis centers in Ghana with 40 currently functioning. 65% of them are located in the Greater Accra region. When you move it, there is an inequitable distribution of centers with 65% in Greater Accra and 17.5% in the Ashanti region. 7 other regions, they have only 1 center each. An entire region, 1 center. Now, the capacity of centers, there are 299, that's according to the report, dialysis machines in total, with a median of 6 machines per center. This is 9.7% per million. You think about it. For every million of our population, 9.7. So, yeah, you think about it deeply. If you put it together, our population. So, I will come to those who are likely to get it and why we are not getting the numbers. When it comes to the patient to machine ratio, there are 1,195 patients receiving dialysis, and they are yielding a patient ratio of 4 patients per machine. But don't be deceived. The Greater Accra region alone has 65% of them. So when you spread it across, some people are very far from the dialysis machine. There is no way they can access it unless they move to other regions. Now, the cost variation is also important. Let me even deal with quality of care first and foremost. 57.5% of centers lack a resident nephrologist. That's more than half of the centers that are delivering dialysis care. They lack a resident nephrologist.
Yes, that's the expert, who is supposed to carry out the process of dialysis.
They don't have it. And Ghana, the entire nation, 0.44 nephrologists per million.
Per million. So if you take 1 million people, you can't even find one
yes,
nephrologist.
Yes.
You can't find
in the
half.
entire country.
You can't even find half a nephrologist for them.
If this is not a crisis, now 7 regions covering 18.5% of the population, they lack any dialysis centers.
Wow.
7 regions, none. And 92% of estimated kidney failure patients have no access to dialysis. 92% of the estimated kidney failure patients, they have no access to dialysis at all. You think about it for a second, let it sink in. And you see why this crisis is not just about whether or not one center can tool or retool, and that there's a bigger problem on our hands.
Sorry, Mama V, you first.
Oh, no, just a heartbreaking narration. Maxwell Agbagba has been engaging some, kidney patients. Spoke to a 25-year-old lady whose parents, both mother, father, dead. And she obviously can't afford. So what she does, together with a 16-year-old, he's been engaging a lot of young people with kidney failures. And they have to manage what they eat. So they're drinking the small bottle of water every day because they can't afford to eat more or drink more, so that they don't have to go through dialysis because they cannot afford to.
Yes, because really the more you eat, the more you may be generating the waste that may require the work to be done.
So you eat less. Can you imagine?
Yeah, you think about it for a second and how that affects the quality of life. Because without the dialysis, the standard quality of life required, you will not get it. And we've not added the medication to it, or we've not gone to that particular level. Now they also talk about the cost variations. The mean dialysis cost is some $53.9 per session. The costs are lower in public hospitals or public places. That is the reason why, but there are more private dialysis centers than public in the Republic of Ghana.
But so the cost will be high.
Yes.
No matter what. The cost will be high no matter what.
So some people, no matter what they do, they don't have access to it. They have to go to the private sector.
Yeah. But Ray, you see, the biggest problem here is that this thing can happen to anyone. To anyone. It's not just those who are abusing what's it called, herbal medicines, or look, there are two ways you can have kidney failure. It can either be acute kidney failure or chronic kidney failure. We tend to hear more about the chronic kidney failure because that one, it means your kidneys are gone. There's nothing that can be done about it. For the rest of your life, you need dialysis. Okay. But there is acute kidney failure, where as a result of something else, your kidneys have taken a beating. Maybe you had a car accident, or you have some other, trauma. You have diabetes, or some other thing has caused your kidneys to suffer pressure, and they need time to recover. Then you need dialysis too. Okay, and that is very common. I mean, think about it. Pregnancy can cause it. So this can happen to anyone.
I was actually listening to a tape of Dr. Tano where he was explaining that for some people, just like you actually get some properties from your parents and all of that, there are conditions that can predispose you to it. That even at birth, you might not have had the right kind of kidneys from the beginning. And you may not know. Because, who really at birth goes into checking those things? Or discussing with parents or other people whether that's a condition that could be passed on.
The same Dr. Tano estimates that about 13% of Ghanaians already have kidney failure. About 13%.
Yeah.
All right. And that's what we know. There are untold numbers that don't even get the chance to get health care. Anyway, we'll deal with it today.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
And here's the UPSA Law School Point of Law series. Today, it's out of a decision, and it says the Public Order Act 1994 Act 491 requires that an application by the police seeking to restrain demonstrators from embarking on a demonstration shall be on notice to the intended demonstrators and shall not accordingly be made ex parte. From this case, the Republic versus Circuit Court Accra, ex parte give to Owari Abuaje, applicants and the Inspector General of Police, Police Headquarters and the Attorney General as interested parties. Is a 2015 decision, and it says the Public Order Act 1994 Act 491 requires that an application by the police seeking to restrain demonstrators from embarking on a demonstration shall be on notice to the intended demonstrators and shall not accordingly be made ex parte. That's your UPSA Law School Point of Law series today.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, hey, bruh, your baller dads. Hey, bro, Kojo.
The baller guy.
Oh, bro, Kojo. Change your style. Don't be like that. Zoom Lion is here for you. Just dial *857# and enjoy hassle-free baller services. You will request for a bin, right? Make payment to our baller services and enjoy amazing discounts and offers like 1 month free baller pickup and all of that. Terms and conditions apply. Don't be left at my too. We have changed our baller star, and you should.
Somebody will believe him too.
You should do too. Yeah, I'll come to you. I'll read that. There's another one that talks about your very nice house and baller in front of it. I'll read that one too. Don't worry. I'll come to that one later on. But call now 0501 518 410 or DM us on our social media platforms to find out more. Change your baller style today. Onya, chia.
The last time it didn't pick I almost called Raymond.
Zoom Lion, the waste management experts.
You know, a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That's why Total Energies has specially formulated this engine oil. Is the quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressure. So, choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
Now, Societe Generale, your secure and trusted partner, is celebrating 20 years in Ghana. Wow.
Whoa.
Big hooray to them for that. Now, this significant milestone wouldn't have been possible without you, their loyal customer. So this anniversary is really dedicated to you. It's been a journey of triumphs, successes, and innovative financial solutions crafted to give you, your family, and business the best outcomes always. Now, their partnership with you has seen you and your families grow, your businesses and institutions succeed, and many dreams come true. So today, we are all celebrating 20 years of Societe Generale. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
Now, Toyota Ghana has unveiled an irresistible, and Mama, for a limited time only, I'm offering you huge price discounts on an exceptional range of vehicles.
No, you promised me.
Yes, I'm not giving you discounts now. I'm saying you choose. I'll go and buy the
I have chosen already.
Which one do you want? The Dynamic RAV4, the robust Hilux, the powerful Fortuna diesel, or the one, the luxurious Land Cruiser Prado? Mindful of your position. Which one do you want anyway?
As a side chick.
Yes. And that's not all. When you make the decision to acquire any of these incredible vehicles, Toyota Ghana will reward you with an entire year of complimentary servicing. This golden opportunity won't be around forever. Pay a visit to any of their showrooms in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Tamale, Takwa, and Takrady. Alternatively, you can reach out to them on 0302 910 204 0302 910 204. There's also credit purchase, and this is available through special arrangements with the finance partners. Toyota, superior quality.
All right, listen, Republic Bank, master of mortgages, they've got something very interesting. They've actually gone even lower, offering you ultra low interest rates on all its Cedi mortgage products. So if you're planning to own, which you must, build or improve your home, now is the time. Take advantage of this window of opportunity. Call the Mortgage Hub and speak to a specialist. I'm talking about the Republic Bank Mortgage Hub. Speak to a specialist on 054 0109901. That's 054 0109901, or send an email to myhome@republicghana.com. This offer is valid until 31st of January 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we are the one for you.
Don't forget the Kingdom Books and Stationery Back to School promotion continues until the 31st of October 2023. So you can get 10 to 15% off books, textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and so much more across all their branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrady, Winneba, and Cape Coast. So call 0302 764 101 or 0302 764 209. You can email info@kingdomgh.com or just go to kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, as a business owner, you want your business to grow, right? The Fidelity Ejapa account is here to help. With the Fidelity Ejapa account, you enjoy convenient payment and cash collection options such as the GHQR, Mobile Money Collect, and also Mobile Teller Cash Collection. Access to competitively priced loans. There is also a very dedicated relationship officer you get. Now, free insurance cover worth up to 48,000 Ghana cedis, and there is also free inter-account transfer and free subscription to RE banking platforms. If you think this sounds good, visit. Wait for what I'm about to tell you. The Fidelity Ejapa account is an interest-earning current account. Let me repeat that. Interest earning current account. Most of the other ones, they don't give you interest on your current account.
They charge you rather.
Yes. But this one, interest earning current account. And it's available to both registered and sole proprietors trading in their personal names. So if you're a sole proprietor or a self-employed individual, it's time to do good business with Fidelity Bank. Join hundreds of businesses that have already signed up to the Fidelity Ejapa account. It might just be your best decision yet. All that you need to do is dial the *776 #0 *776 *0# or visit fidelitybank.com.ga to sign up for a Fidelity Ejapa account. Now, terms and conditions apply. Together, we are more. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
And Heritage Christian College is a university set up to provide a missing link in tertiary education. Heritage Christian College is affiliated to KNUST and accredited by GTech. They offer these degree programs, BBA programs, and the options are accounting with computing, accounting, marketing, human resource management, and business information technology management. Also BSc nursing, information technology, information security, and BA theology. They also offer 12-month specialized master's degree programs in MSc Accounting and Taxation, Accounting and Finance, and Human Resource Management. They also have professional courses, and we're talking about ICA, CIMG, CIHRM, ICM UK, and they also organize media short courses. What makes them unique, as we tell you all the time, is the entrepreneurship training, which comes with financial support. They have the one student, one laptop policy with terms and conditions, affordable and flexible fee structure, as well as scholarships. To enter, you will need a WASI ABCE or GBCE, also HND or diploma. You can also enter as a mature student, but you must be 25 years and above. Please dial *789 *300# for an online serial number, or visit their website hcuc.edu.gh and apply. Find Heritage Christian College in Amasaman. They're just behind the Olympic Stadium, or you can call them on these numbers 020-229-8399 or 0547-777-731. Heritage Christian College, a university training compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Okay, well, I guess it's time now for the nutrition line from Nestle, and of course, they offer good food for a good life.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all in one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. Milo. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, precious moments are here again, just for you, with you in mind. Good morning. Welcome to Nestle Nutrition Line. I hope you're well and strong and looking forward to a great day. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajilisoa. Today we're discussing types of milk according to their fat content. Milk can also be grouped into three categories based on fat content, which is whole, low fat, and skimmed. Skimmed milk is also known as fat-free milk. All 3 types of milk contain similar amounts of protein, bone-building calcium, vitamins, and minerals. The main difference is the amount of milk fat they contain. While whole milk has about 3.3% milk fat, low-fat milk has 1% milk fat, and skimmed milk has less than 0.5% milk fat. This means whole milk has more calories and saturated fats compared to low-fat and skimmed milk. This gives you options to select from. For example, if you've been advised to reduce your saturated fat intake, low-fat or skimmed milk might be better options for you. Time to part company, but we will be standing by to hear from you as always. It gives us great pleasure to work with you. Your feedback is precious, so do remember that and please reach out as we work together for a healthier, happier, longer life. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 120001. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. To WhatsApp, SMS, call 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The following numbers 0593 845697, 0593 845649 or 0593 845708. Alternatively, send an email to consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. Everything you need has been provided, along with a beautiful day. Strike a pose of victory. Step out and enjoy this beautiful day in a special way, because you're special. Bye.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all in one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
I know exactly how my wife feels at any point in time. I know when she's happy.
Hey.
I know when she's sad.
Hello.
I know when she's just not in the mood.
What?
It's all thanks to her caller tune.
Express yourself with your MTN caller tune and let it do the talking. Simply dial *1355# and download your favorite caller tune or copy or renew your existing caller tune. Send start to 1355 or dial *1355# to subscribe today. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
OneXBet jackpot is here with weekly massive prizes up for grabs. All you have to do is place your bets on any sports game and stand a chance to win. Simply register at onexbet.com.gh. Use promo code JackpotGhana and place your bets. OneXBet is your key to great victories. Feel like a winner. OneXBet.
Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
All right, well, let's do it. Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone Papa Pev. Right, whose birthday is it today?
So this is Mrs. Stella Norte, who's at GRA Adenta office. It's her birthday today. Mrs. Stella Norte is from your children, Joanna, Michelle, Sam, Jaden, and your husband. They're wishing you a happy birthday. They say we thank God for your life. We've been a blessing. You've been a blessing to us and to many people. God bless you. That's the first one for me.
Okay. Now there's happy birthday to Amand Aban, aka Digital Jesus, aka the Great Oracle, aka I was wondering, aka TTP of the Bank of Africa, the digital department. Oh, okay, now we understand. Yeah.
Digital Jesus,
Digital Nyame. Yes. Enjoy the day and know that you are dearly loved and appreciated from the marketing and digital team at Bank of Africa. Yes. That's interesting, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Yvonne Boliga, Kinsman Abraham Amwako, Christian Kakra Osafo, Ni Odoy, Samuel Opabini Amponsa, Patricia Boating, and Kukua Gezi are all celebrating their birthdays today. Happy birthday to them all. Now, it turns out that a member of staff here at Multimedia got married over the weekend. I'm seeing a poster here for Mr. and Mrs. Aqua, but I don't have a first name. It's not you, Raymond.
It's not Raymond.
No. But
he looked shocked.
Yes.
People got married in the absence.
One of our colleagues here at Multimedia got married over the weekend. So congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Aqua.
All right, this one says we celebrate you, Ken, at 18 today. You are now Mr. Ken SM Lajekpo, and an aerospace engineer in the making at the #1 public university for undergraduate degree in AE in the USA. It's from your parent, from your parents, as well as Merton International and ICGC CTE. All right.
So today is not her birthday, but when you are 9 years at the bar, you certainly it's a birthday at the bar, right? Maybe you agree? 9 years birthday at the bar.
Yes, absolutely.
Brilliant. So this is Shalate's ninth birthday at the bar.
All right.
Yes. Happy bar birthday to her.
All right. Our own Beverly Broom is celebrating her birthday today. Beverly, happy birthday to you.
Beverly. Oh, so it's Parkwesi Aqua from the marketing department who got married over the weekend.
All right, it's a blessed birthday to my sister Theodora Nanasewa Nympha Esuman. What God cannot do does not exist. Have a glorious year. It's from your sister Nana and the Kwekus.
All right, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Allianz Life Insurance, we secure your future. 1xBet, your reliable bookmaker, and DSTV. It's your moment.
So, my friends, imagine sitting in the stands at Anfield and cheering on Liverpool FC, and joining several Arab fans jump and scream at Mo Salah's standing goal. Why, my good friend Salamatu? Yes. This dream could come true for you because Standard Chartered wants you to, you and your partner, don't forget, to Anfield and take you there to watch Liverpool FC play live. And it's just so simple to be eligible. Listen up, there's an equal chance for clients and non-clients. For non-clients, you just have to download the SC mobile app, open an account, you start transacting. But for existing clients, just transact more and participate in this campaign. Remember, the more you transact, the more presents you gain in the basket for that final draw that selects the ultimate winner. This is your chance to experience Anfield with your partner. The other consolation prizes, open the account and transact now to watch Liverpool FC play live at Anfield. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Now, Standard Chartered.
Here for good. Now, guys, today would have been the late, great Komla Dumo's birthday.
Oh.
Yes. So remember him.
It's Alan
Chamantik's birthday.
birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Alan. And, of course, we remember fondly with great memories. Komla Dumo. To win every week, football players need to train for many years. 1xBet players can get on the road to success much faster when they take part in the Jackpot of the Week promo. Go to the promotion page on the site or in the bookmaker's app and get a chance to win. No one guarantees you will quickly become a millionaire, but success favors the brave, so risk and win. Register on 1xBet and get a welcome bonus of up to 2,650 Ghana cedis with promo code GHJackpot.
All right, are you ready to treat your callers to good tunes while you win incredible rewards? Well, MTN says earn points by purchasing, renewing, copying, or gifting your favorite caller tunes. And you can win amazing prizes based on your total accumulated points. Build as many points as possible, and you can win tons of data to stay connected to the things you love. Or you can win an amazing 10,000 Ghana cedis cash prize to splash on your favorite things. So it's the perfect way to entertain your callers with music and get rewarded at the same time. Start collecting your caller tunes point today. Visit collartunes.mtn.com.gh. Tunes is TUNENEZ, or dial star 1355 hash 1355 hash to get started on the MTN Caller Tunes service. Promo lasts till 7th of November 2023. Terms and conditions apply. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mama V. Good morning, and good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Centre with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio, coming up over the next 10 minutes. A first goal for Chelsea for Mykhailo Mudryk, and the Blues get their second victory in the Premier League. Also in this bulletin, Mediama Sporting Club and, of course, Goldfields terminate a contract ahead of the African campaign, but the MP for the area wants the company to reconsider their decision. All of that coming up. But first, the African Union Sports Council has expressed satisfaction with the level of work done at the various venues for the 2023 Africa Games. The delegation conducted an extensive tour of the facilities, particularly the Legon Sports Stadium and the Boteman Sports Complex, with the latter deemed to be at 87% completion. Both projects are slated for handover to the local organizing committee in December. Here's Dr. Deishos Chipande, coordinator for the African Union Sports Council.
I think we are very happy with the progress that has been made so far, and the African Union is very, very grateful with the great investment that the government of the Republic of Ghana has put into the construction of the facilities. Last time when we were here, we were assured by the LOC that by December all the facilities will be completed and ready for the games. And for sure, this time we just visited Legon. It's nearly complete, and here we are now. When I see the overall percentage there, I think it is about 87%. So this is very impressive.
The games are scheduled for March next year, and there are major concerns. Some facilities will not be completed by then. But chairman of the local organizing committee for the games, Dr. Kweku Ofosu-Asare, expressed confidence that contractors will meet the deadlines.
We've afforded you the opportunity to see what the road contractor is doing. The construction of the road is to open up this place, to make the place very accessible. You will agree that we started from the scratch. This is an evergreen project, and it's a project that is going to lead beyond the games. So after the games, we will still continue to develop the place. The contractors are supposed to hand over all the facilities to us by the close of December. I'm talking about Boteman and Legon. And then, as you heard, the road contractor is also supposed to finish by the close of December.
That's Dr. Kweku Ofosu-Asare. He is chairman of the local organizing committee for the Africa Games. The games were supposed to happen this year, 2023, but they were rescheduled to next year in March, of course. Now, let's do club football. Asante Kotoko, their head coach, is Prosper Ogum. He says he's not worried about his team's underwhelming start to the season because the performances have been good. Kotoko have drawn 2 and lost one of the 3 games at the start of this season's Ghana Premier League. Speaking after a 1-1 draw with Karela United, Ogum highlighted his team's ability to create chances as a good sign that could turn their season around.
We need to encourage them. It's better you create
you create the chances, and if you mix, it's good. Then you don't create at all. Or if you create, it means the possibility of scoring is high. If you look at from our first game up to now, we are creating more. We created less in the Heart of Lion game. We created more than that at Bebieni. And today, I think we created about 2-3 times the number of chances we created at Bebieni. So it's a good signal for the team.
That's Kotoko boss Prosper Nate Ogum. Mediama Sporting Club. They're rallying the support of Ghanaians as they prepare for their maiden appearance in the CAF Champions League group stages. Club president Moses Ama Parker said in a press conference yesterday the Takwa-based club aims to be more than just mere participants in CAF's prestigious inter-club competition.
We will need most and all forms of support to make our championship journey successful. We do not want to be mere participants in this competition. Hence our call this morning for the government and corporate Ghana to come to our aid.
That's Moses Ama Parker, Mediama president. The Takwa Inswem Member of Parliament, George Mreku Duka, he's called on Goldfields Ghana to reconsider its decision to terminate its sponsorship deal with Mediama Sporting Club. Speaking at the press conference following Mediama's historic qualification, Duka emphasized the importance of Goldfields Ghana's continued support for the club. The company is financing the construction of a 10,000 capacity stadium, which Duka says will be ready in November.
That decision, and I'm not saying this as a deputy minister for lands and natural resources, but as a member of parliament representing Takwa, where the company is. We'll be commissioning our stadium also by November ending, and we are using this platform. We are using this platform to invite you to Takwa. Invitation letters will start coming, and by the grace of God, we shall play our match, first match of the group championship in Takwa.
That's Honorable Mreku Duka, there is Member of Parliament for Takwa Inswem. That's where Mediama are based. Now, FIFA Executive Council member Amaju Pinnick, who is also the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, has commended Ghana Football Association President Keto Kreku for his swift rise to prominence in the world of football governance. Pinnick, who is in Ghana to supervise the GFA elections, expressed admiration for Okreku's achievements during his tenure. Okreku is set to be confirmed the GFA president for another 4 years as he stands unopposed in Thursday's elections in Tamale.
One thing that I know, I can tell you 100%, which is very key in terms of football politics, association, how many he's been able to launch himself within a very short time to that top echelon. Today, the president of our football, so it's somebody that is so well respected. He's been able to relaunch Ghana back into global reckoning, global respect. That's qualifying for the World Cup against all odds. I'm not here to campaign for him.
He's not here to campaign for him. That's Amaju Pinnick. He's Nigerian Football Federation president. He's also CAF's envoy for the GFA elections. Speaking of the GFA elections, the former Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah is seeking for a slot in the 11 Executive Council seats. And that's where the first vice chairman of Asante Kotoko supporters group, the National Circles, has backed him to pick a slot. Appiah, who has just been appointed head coach of the Sudan national football team, is also the Kotoko technical director and is also seeking a seat on the GFA's governing council.
I think that Kwesi has a chance of winning the seat simply because with what he has, I mean, with the technical know-how, if you look at the executive committee or the council of the football association, you need somebody the caliber of Kwesi to, represent them in terms of technical issues. When most of the national teams travels and comes back, the technical report that they write, we don't have a technical person in the executive council that can also, scrutinize the report technically.
That's first vice chairman of Asante Kotoko supporters group, the National Circles there, Nana Kwame Dankwa, backing Kwesi Appiah to win a slot on the GFA's executive council. Let's go to the Premier League. That's where Mykhailo Mudrik's first goal for Chelsea and a strike from Armando Broja saw the Blues beat Fulham 2-0 for only their second league win of the campaign. It's now back-to-back wins for Mauricio Pochettino's men after they also beat Brighton in the Carabao Cup in midweek.
Really pleased, I think, for our players and for our fans, because we needed the victory, 3 points. Performance was very good overall. I think so pleased because the effort for Massive, I think the performance was really good. I think in two different times. First half I think we were really good, playing so well. Second half I think we controlled more the game and never was in risk, and that is why I'm so pleased, because I think the team deserved to feel the victory again after Brighton.
Mauricio Pochettino. That's right, the UEFA Champions League returns tonight with matchday 2 encounters across Europe, live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM. Bukayo Saka is available for Arsenal's Champions League trip to Lens on Tuesday, despite limping off injured in the win at Bournemouth on Saturday. Anthony is also in contention to be selected in Man United's game against Galatasaray at Old Trafford. United lost their opening game to Bayern Munich and are looking to bounce back from a shock 1-0 loss to Crystal Palace in the Premier League last weekend. Here's the Man United boss, Erik ten Hag.
We know that, but it's not only Zaha and Icardi, because also Dries Mertens, if Hakim Ziyech is available, if Tete. So they have huge good players more. Angelino, who can be very offensive and creating game by. So they have a lot more, and it's about team. And yeah, we have to defend that as a team, and they will be aware we have to play our best to get the right result.
Erik ten Hag. Man United versus Crystal Palace is our commentary game on Joe FM and His FM tonight, with George Adder Jr. as your commentator. Elsewhere in the Champions League, Union Berlin are taking on Braga. Salzburg are up against Sociedad. Copenhagen take on Bayern Munich. PSV Eindhoven will face Sevilla. Napoli will take on Real Madrid. All of that, of course, updates alongside the commentary here on Joe FM and on Hits FM. My name is Fentu Tahiru Fentu, and that's the latest from the world of sports. Back to you, Mama V.
All right, thanks, Fent. I guess we can't exactly call you Salah because, I just wanted to tell Raymond that he couldn't. At least not after yesterday. That's just what I'm saying. I'm on your side, Fent. There's more sports on myjoyonline.com. Fent,
this is bullying.
Couldn't bully you.
This is bullying.
Thanks for sports this morning here on the Super Morning Show. The Sports Center is back tomorrow on the Super Morning Show. It's 57 minutes after 7. This is Joy 99.7 FM, and our social media messages here on the show brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health, and GTP Lifestyled.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it, you gon' enjoy it. In my Brahmin check. In my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
And it's a minute to 8. At exactly 8, we'll bring you the Joy Business Minutes, which is brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. Are you a salaried worker in need of financial support before your next paycheck? Do you need quick funds to solve urgent financial needs? CBG's Payday Loan is your answer. Access as much as 85% of your monthly salary in advance with a 30-day window for repayment. Secure as much as 20,000 Ghana cedis in just 2 business days. And the best part? Well, no need for collateral. Visit any of the 114 branches nationwide or kindly reach out to CBG's contact center on 0302 216,000. Of our social media, the handles on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Email cbg at talktous@cbg.com.gh for further inquiries. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. It takes us to 8 o'clock. Here's the Joy Business Minutes.
Hi, and welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator expert. Government has defaulted on payment of pension contributions for public sector workers from October last year to May 2023. This was contained in the Financial Stability Review Report for 2022. Meanwhile, the Minister of Employment, Labour Relations and Pensions, Dr. Ignatius Bafo-Awuah, has indicated that the government is working to rope in 2 million cocoa farmers onto the social security system. And the Ghana Cedi is expected to weaken this week following increased domestic demand and the strengthening of the US dollar. This is coming after the local currency last week lost marginally against the American greenback. That's all for Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Thanks to CBG and Anointed Electricals for bringing us the Joy Business Minutes. Now, Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited is into sales of ultra-silent generators. They have from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA, and they also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They stock genuine spare parts of all kinds of generators as well, and they rent generators. You can locate them. They have a Kaswa branch at Galilee Park, and in East Legon, you can find them on the Lagos Avenue Road opposite Tom Rick Hotel in Tema. They're on the Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead at Odoko. That's where they have their head office at number 77 Anointed House of the Odoko Malam Road, Accra. They have branches nationwide. So look for Anointed Electricals. As for generator quantity, it's got to be Anointed Electricals. Good parts. They also rent generators, and if you have a generator that's not been functioning, you want to check it out, the place to go is Anointed Electricals. Reach them on this number 0243 480 334 0243 480 334. Anointed, the generator experts. All right, Ray, we have a big conversation today. It's a really, really important conversation. I can't imagine, and I'm still thinking about the fact that about 90% or over 90% really of Ghanaian kidney failure patients who need dialysis are not getting it.
Yeah.
Why?
Certainly because, I mean, of course, they are not getting the place to go and do it. Some of them do not have the resources to actually go through the process. And it's important that you put the context here is that study by Dr. Electoral and co. It talks about 50 years of hemodialysis in Ghana, the current status, the utilization, and the cost of dialysis. It reviews certain things that we call it the underbelly of something we are pretending to be dealing with. That means that some people are walking on the streets of Accra they have a serious position to do with the kidney failure, and yet they are not seeking the help because they either cannot fund it or they really cannot. They don't even know where to go in the first place. Because let's not just talk about having to go to the dialysis, and there's also medication that has to go with that. You first have to, it has to be determined that you have a kidney problem. They don't even go for the determination in the first place. So when you estimate the numbers that should be getting it, from the numbers that you have, from the conditions that are available in the country, you surely should be looking at that. Now, if you put this in the proper perspective, the overall dialysis prevalence is just 30.8 patients per million. So only 30.8 out of every 1 million Ghanaians are receiving dialysis treatment. So now, if you push it, this prevalence rate actually fall far below not just the African average, which is 79 per million, but also the global average of 296 per million. In fact, Ghana's rate is even lower than the average for other low and middle income countries, standing at 68 per million. They paint a bleak picture, I know, but many Ghanaians are in dire need of dialysis, but they are unable to access this critical treatment. And if you look at it, global estimates suggest that Ghana should have around 15,400 patients who should be requiring dialysis. However, the current number of patients receiving dialysis is a mere 1,195.
And I wonder what they're doing. Because, earlier when I shared the story of that 25-year-old and 16-year-old who are having to manage what they eat and drink, they have to take that small bottle, I think it's 500 ml bottle a day, so they don't drink too much water. Otherwise, they will have to necessarily go for that dialysis treatment, and they can't afford it.
I know there are things we take for granted, right? Because most of us, because your kidney, you presume that your kidney is functioning okay. You take all the other things about kidney care for granted.
I don't even think about it. I'm only thinking about the next washroom to use.
Yes. But there are people who have difficulties having their blood cleaned or the toxins removed from their body because of the inability of that kidney to function to the state that's required. Imagine how that affects your life. And if they don't have the tool to go through that process, it makes it a bit more dangerous. So it affects the quality of their lives and the quality of care that they should be getting as normal human beings with all of us in the Republic of Ghana. But when we take away the money incentive, when we bring the centers closer to the people, when we make it, and I always reference this, that in the United Kingdom was a conversation that countries like Finland were providing dialysis machines for people at home. If they need help with nurses, they'll come and help them with it. And in the US, in the UK, they said they were a backward society for not doing the same thing. We do not even have enough for the numbers that are currently deserving it. So we price them out of the range of the people. And you think about the people. See, if Kolebuk carried out its proposed increase, it would have suggested that on the average, we are talking about 9,000 Cedi being the cost per month. You think about you yourself today, whether you are being paid.
Public servants, and we know about 70% of them don't earn 3,000.
Up to 3,000, yeah.
So if you are paying, you put it at 9,000. But even let's go back to the average 4,000.
4,000.
If we're going with
the current structure. 4,000.
How are you going to afford that?
And even if you are paid 4,000, it means you are using all your money to actually do the dialysis. What will you eat? How about the medication? How about the other things that you require too? So it's a big complex system that we should be caring for our people about. We should be concerned. And sometimes we know we victimize people and say that, the things you did. We have explained, and later on we will go into the details. You would know that it's not a responsible lifestyle alone. Or it's not lifestyle-oriented diseases alone that can lead you there.
Right.
Other conditions can come in. So it is up to us as a state anyway to make sure we protect our own, to make sure that there is meaning to when we say we have an insurance scheme for people.
Well, the fact that the National Health Insurance in the news this morning said that they're considering covering dialysis.
But that has not given me so much hope. See, we have been Ghanaian I've not been any country's national.
You are Ghanaian.
Clearly. So we are Ghanaians. We know how we do with this business. We know that this is lip service until somebody in the ministry says, listen, let's sit down, show me the figures, let me move it towards, let's get proper approval from the big people in government. If they're able to do so, then the NHIA will quickly react. I hope you get my point.
I do
But
get
if
you.
the big boys in the Republic of Ghana do not consider this as a big issue, it will be just lip service from a PR agent within the unit of NHIA with no powers to make any substantive decision on this matter. And that's not what's required. Human beings are dying. You see what the people are talking about when they mention that 14 or so of their colleagues died within a period that they couldn't have access to the things that they had access to. And some people, when they complain about having access to the colobus of this world, it's because it is cheaper. Like most medical care services in the Republic of Ghana in public institutions. It is fact. We know that. Some of the people are priced their medical care out of the reach. Of course, you have to pay doctors. They have to also buy and also get all of this. They're not getting the tax incentives to do the very things that are required. So we should care about our people a lot more. If their only alternative is private medical care, can we select dialysis patients and say, for you, there are checks you take to even the private center so that it can be covered and we can pay for it?
So the question we're asking this morning here on the show, can you afford? We've given you some numbers. We've told you that the average cost is about 4,000 if we're going with the old price, at least for a public hospital.
Yeah, for a month.
Can you afford? Looking at your salary, and what can we do to change this narrative? That's what we're asking. Send us your WhatsApp messages on 055 1111997. Post your X messages also with the hashtag Joy SMS. Our social media messages on the Super Morning Show, brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Ghana AIDS Commission, test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health. And GTP Lifestyle.
And we're talking about the dialysis emergency, right? But every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, which is what we've been discussing right now. You name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would want to remember: *770 hash. Yes, *770 hash is the number, that new EcoBank money emergency number. Is money we are talking about. *770 hash gives you instant access to loans, funds transfer, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there is no need to panic when you find yourself in any emergency that's money oriented. EcoBank will come to your rescue. Dial *770 hash now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Good morning to you, Kate Thompson. Kate was on the show yesterday. Kate is with EcoBank. She was telling us about their customer service week.
Yes.
And Kate says, they could surprise you, Ray. So look out, just have an open mind. EcoBank may just surprise you. But listen, Franco Trading has now taken delivery of CCTV cameras with on-screen display menu and easy configuration. They have chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machines, all types of phones and accessories, smart TVs, Franco air conditioners. When you buy online from their online stores nationwide, you get 40% discount. So if you do not have the Franco Trading app, then please download it. It's on Play Store. You can visit their website, francotrading.com. And please don't pick any number on Google to get in touch with Franco Trading. Here are numbers to keep and to dial: 0246 422 338 or 0555 939 311. Remember, Franco Trading Enterprise is still your home of proper phones. That's a literal translation. And of course, our big stories on the show today, brought to you by Vodafone. Further together, latest film, your partner for life. Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience. And Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
So I got amazing news for you. I know you like wonderful things.
Give it to me,
now,
baby.
Vodafone Cash special bundles just got sweeter with a new Vodafone Cash special voice offer with only 5 CDs, 5 Ghana Cedi. That single one, what's the Kalampo? 5 Ghana Cedi. Is it blue?
Yeah.
Yes. Blue. Yeah. You get 200 minutes of talk time, valid for 7 days to all networks. No discrimination. Not on your own network. 200 minutes with just 5 CDs. Make calls to all networks all week long at the best value of Vodafone Cash special voice offer. Talk for 200 minutes with just 5 CDs only available on Vodafone Cash. I'm thinking about 200 minutes. You and I, how many minutes do we talk in a day? Yeah, that's why we have to talk for a lifetime. Oh. Now, dial *110# to purchase your bundle or visit my Vodafone app to make your purchase. Connect with your loved ones with a Vodafone Cash Special Bundle. This is a very special one from Vodafone. You should be interested. 200 minutes.
I am. That's
5
a
CD
lot. That's a lot.
Because it's valid for 7 days, whole week. So you think about it.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
All right.
Even there's no need to call, you call.
Will you pick?
Who picks?
Yeah, let me tell you about Belmonte. Belmonte by CPL. That's where luxury meets comfort. If you're looking for a home that combines class, convenience, and comfort, then the place to look is Belmonte. Belmonte is in East Legon. Their office is in East Legon off the Lagos Avenue. They have stylish apartment. They offer first class luxury and cutting edge finishing. Whether you're looking for an executive studio suite, a cozy 1-bedroom apartment, a spacious 2-bedroom apartment, or a custom villa, which Raymond would like, then Raymond, you should be looking at Belmonte. Developed by CPL. They also have top-notch facilities to relax and keep you entertained. How is your schedule like? Are you stressed? Well, talk to Belmonte. Take the first step towards your dream home. Sign up for their 3-year payment plan and own your own property today. Contact Belmonte on 0204 343 011 or 0204 343 015. Belmonte is developed by CPL.
Now, Marvi, whilst we were talking about the 4,000 as the minimum, you think about it this way. Kwame Saponesiedu has given an updated figure. He says, it should be at least 6,512 because on the average, actually, you have to factor in other medications that patients are using, assuming they don't have underlying conditions like hypertension or diabetes. So you think about it, 6,512. Because without the medications, how do you survive anyway? It's sort of like plunging yourself further into more trouble. So if you put all together, we are talking about what equates to 78,144 a year. Wow. Clearly, 95% of our people are priced out.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
Ever visited a shop, picked a whole basket of provisions, toiletries, and very essential things you need, battled a long queue to finally pay, only to be told you can't pay to a merchant number? The way that thing they pay, but with Vodafone Cash, there is no problem. Now on Vodafone Cash, you can pay all merchants on all networks. Easy peasy. Aye straight. Aye direct. Aye sharp. From your Vodafone Cash wallet to any merchant number on other networks. So whether you are buying provisions or fuel, medication or food, whatever the service or need, just pay conveniently from Vodafone Cash to any merchant number. Simply dial *110# to make payment to merchants on other networks today.
Vodafone. Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Wouldn't you prefer an apartment hotel? One that offers the utmost convenience of a boutique hotel while offering the idyllic comfort of your own private home. Oasis Park Residences offers luxury studios, 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms both for short and long-term rental at competitive rates. Our sky swimming pool, gourmet outdoor restaurant and a fully equipped gym rest on a breathtaking rooftop with panoramic views of the city. Oasis Park Residences, located at Shiashi Tetekwashi, 10 minutes from the international airport, is the ideal place for all your accommodation needs. Why don't you give us a call on 020-4343-009 or visit our website at oasisparkresidences.com to make your reservations. Oasis Park Residences, more than a home.
Some banks treat you like this. Others like this. But at Access Bank, we treat you like this.
Why settle for less when the best customer experience starts and ends at Access Bank? We are always on call all week from Monday to Sunday to offer you the best financial advice and solutions. It's not just talk, it's about time you experience it too. Visit any Access Bank branch today or call us toll free 0800 00 4400.
Access Bank, more than banking. About 1/3 of a million people live with HIV in Ghana. Close to 10,000 of them die each year, mostly as a result of a lack of antiretroviral drugs and adherence. In fact, close to 57% of children under 14 years living with HIV do not receive antiretroviral drugs, again as a result of inadequate funds to provide them with medication.
Life expectancy for these children is grim. The big worry, close to 16,300 people are newly infected with HIV each year. With this alarming rate of HIV infections, all of us are in danger, and Ghana is headed for an epidemic explosion if nothing is done now to avert it. While the Ghana AIDS Commission is working hard to overturn the situation, the Commission urgently needs funding support from corporate Ghana and individuals to save lives. We're therefore appealing to you, corporate entities and individuals, to support the National HIV and AIDS Fund by dialing star 9898 hash on MTN and Vodafone and follow the prompts, or pay into the National HIV and AIDS Fund account number 101-863-161-3233 Bank of Ghana. Your donation will be used to prevent new infections and provide care for people living with HIV, including children affected by AIDS. For further information, please call Ghana AIDS Commission on 0302 919260 or email info@ghanaids.gov.gh. Give to save a life today. Ghana AIDS Commission, partnering to eliminate HIV and AIDS.
Hey, Cashman. Yeah. Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Do me, you get the way you do me. You do me pass it now. This bed do make me feeling so great. I believe in magic. The thing you do me not the matter. I dey feel I make a maintain. Say for the bed do I be father. I'ma show my cool me down.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Cool me down. Yeah. Cool me down. Whoa. Cool me down. Yeah, oh she body. I'm all a she body. Oh she body. Oh my baby me she body. Oh she body. Kilo she body. Oh she body. Oh my baby me, oh mommy, oh. I'ma show my cool me down. Whoa, cool me down.
mixed with a little ginger. Oh girl, I wanna be with you, but you know they got
Coffee in
enough
your
time
cup.
for me.
Enjoy on
I
the
wanna
set.
be
The
with
Super
you,
Morning Show is
I can't
always
see
the
the way I
best
can let
bet.
go.
On
Girl,
Joy
you never know, say you
99.7 FM.
Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, say you come gas up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, you come gas up. Man, them so far to find your love. Girl, you never know, say you come gas up. Man, them so far to find your love. Man, show your chin now, girl, don't talk.
Radio program of the year 2022. Joy FM, Joy Super Morning Show.
We thank you for making us number one.
Numero uno. Yes. The whole year is for the whole year.
Yes.
So we'll be reminding you consistently. Yeah. In case sometimes you might have forgotten on the way, and you may be tempted to do, forget. Times are hard, So we need to remind you.
Yeah.
Why you make us number one.
Absolutely.
And why you are always our priority every single day.
Absolutely.
And today, our priority is also your health. That's why I'll be hearing from some of you. Some of you with the condition that we've been talking about since morning. And throughout this week, because it's unfair that we treat our kind that way.
You know, Ray, how are they managing? Like, how? Because if you earn like, say, 6K, or even 10K, you have children, you are paying school fees, you are buying books.
Yes. I mean, it's not possible.
You are paying rent, you are paying electricity, water, everything, and then you have to, like, how?
Unless you have a different support system. But ideally, that's where the Republic will chip in to reduce your burden so that you feel belonging to a state that also cares for you. Well,
this one is too painful. Join us as we have a conversation on this cost of dialysis and care, actually. How do we change what we are hearing with all these scary statistics? But the Ministry of Education, through the National Teaching Council, presents the Ghana Teacher Prize 2023. It's on the theme, the teachers we need for the education we want, the global imperative to reverse the teacher shortage. Guest of honor is the President, Nana Addo Dankwa-Akufo-Addo. The most outstanding teacher will be awarded with a 3-bedroom apartment. All winners in the other category will go home with a saloon car. There will be 2-day symposium on the 3rd, which is today and tomorrow, at Akroma Plaza at 9 a.m. So in just about 30 minutes or so on the first day, conversation will begin. There will be a grand debate also on Thursday, 5th of October at the Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS. This event is brought to you by Get Fund, GES, Occupational Pension Scheme, also Glyco Pension, Prudential Bank Limited, SIC Life Data Bank Limited, Investcorp, Petra Trusts, T-TEL, UNESCO, UNICEF Global Institute of Resource Development Limited, GCB Bank, Ghana Chamber of Mines, IC Given, Asabri Education, Lower Pra Rural Bank, also Benzel Oil Palm Plantation, Nat Nagrat, CCT, and Tewu Media Partner Multimedia Group Limited. My teacher, my future.
I mean, you recently celebrated your birthday, right?
Oh, yes.
And even though time stood still for you, you certainly are, aging small.
Don't say 60 or 50 or nearing whatever.
No. I'm asking you, are you suffering pain in your joints? Do you have muscle pains or bones?
It comes with aging, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to that point. But there's a solution. Look no further. At the Bank Hospital Trauma and Orthopedic Unit, they are dedicated to delivering quality orthopedic care. We have world-class equipment and also seasoned specialists are ready to help you on your journey to recovery. So don't allow any joint, muscle, or bone issues to affect the quality of your life. It's very important. You mean a lot to this society and to all of us, Yeah.
I think you're going to say you mean a lot to me.
Yeah, yes, but all of us.
Say it.
Oh, yeah, to me and the people of this republic. So you need to call the Bank Hospital now on 0302-739-373 or visit thebankhospital.com to book an appointment with our trauma and orthopedic specialist today. The Bank Hospital. Good health to everyone. I'll book it for you, okay?
So a wise man once said, don't just make money, make a difference. And at APSA, we believe in helping you make a difference through our personal loans. With an APSA personal loan, you can get up to 500,000 Ghana cedis collateral free loan to finance your personal projects with a flexible payment plan of up to 7 years, fixed and competitive interest rate. And I'm just highlighting on these really important points.
Yes.
If you're getting a facility, these are the things you should be looking out for. So the APSA personal loan is just what you need to open the door to the life you deserve. Visit the nearest APSA branch or call APSA, your personal banker, to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity, and that's certainly APSA. Terms and conditions apply.
So we have been telling people that one of the ways to keep your kidneys safe and healthy is to drink water, right? But we talk about water all the time. In fact, life without water is impossible. But what do you really know about the water you consume? Have you checked? I have a recommendation for you. I give you in the strongest form of recommendation, Vena purified water. You're not only guaranteed the pleasure of satisfying your thirst, but you're also assured of water that is purified using a series of filtration, reverse osmosis, UV sterilization, and ozonation to meet the standard quality your body needs. With the 100k bottles consumed every day, Vena purified water has gained acceptance as the #1 water brand in Ghana today. Now, with every bottle of water you consume, you're not just quenching your thirst, you directly contribute to impacting lives through the Vena Changing Lives initiative. From its orphanage project to drilling of boreholes, surgery payments, and payment of fees for brilliant but needy students, Vena purified water continue to support many beneficiaries each year to change their lives for the better. Share the love, get a bottle of Vena purified water, and enjoy the pure, refreshing taste. Vena purified water is recommended actually by the Ghana Medical Association, of course, and its Vena purified water has been changing lives. This advert is, however, FDA approved, solidly approved.
Morning Show. Radio Program of the Year 2022. Joy FM, Joy Super Morning Show.
Morning Radio.
Welcome to Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Here are some tips to keep you safe in the digital space as we embark on a journey to safeguard our digital lives together. Keep software and applications vulnerability free by installing up-to-date patches. Avoid using public Wi-Fi to conduct sensitive activities online. Secure your personal records on social media with privacy settings. Report cybersecurity incidents promptly to the Cybersecurity Authority by dialing 292. This message is brought to you by the Cybersecurity Authority in partnership with eCrime Bureau with support from the Pan-African E-Commerce Initiative of GIZ, funded by the German government.
Come with me. Bask in freedom. There are no deadlines here. Hurry so you can take your time. The sunset from above. A visual buffet. Pictures capture moments. 100 conversations don't exhaust the tale of your new favorite filter. The salt of the sea warm on your dark skin.
I'd love to come back here. A truly immersive experience is our reality. South Africa invites you to summer with us. Create your own story with customizable experiences now. Visit southafrica.net. It's never too late to summer in SA.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
To the shining sea, where the airline that sets you free with the rhythm of Africa. Together we reach our goal. So fly high, so bright on our wings. We will rise to the place of the Africa world. We're gonna take you there. We're gonna take you there. We're gonna take you
Charlie, Chairman is still not here. What at all could be the issue?
Calm down. I'm sure you'll be here soon. Oh, guys. Sorry I'm late. Koti babbed me for road. Sake of my insurance expire. Some long issue, Charlie.
Chairman Pan, hey, you make Koti Bab you say if you forget to renew your car insurance when you can get your car insurance sticker instantly on Hubtel. And best of all, you can set a reminder to renew. Simple matter. Just install the app, enter your car number, and oh la la, your instant insurance sticker is there.
Oh, really? Make I do am now before I forget. But Edemu, Charlie, see. Edemu, insurance sticker need demo one time. I can even renew it every month. Wow. Charlie, as for this one, today, as usual, the sitting is on me.
Visit hubtel.com/app to download your Hubtel app and set a reminder to renew your car insurance today. Hubtel is everything you.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah.
Doctors,
Nurses,
barbers,
drivers,
bouncers,
friends,
teachers,
bankers, the luckiest. You could be the luckiest.
Radio Program of the Year 2022. Joy FM, Joy Super Morning Show.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back. It's 8:37 on the Super Morning Show right here on Joy 99.7 FM. And of course, what matters to you matters to us. That's why we are CIMG Radio Program of the Year. Today's conversation is a national one. Ghana is facing a dialysis crisis. I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. The life-saving treatment called dialysis is already unaffordable for the vast majority of Ghanaians, okay? Because even if you are talking about just the dialysis, forget about the drugs and the things you need to do in addition, just the dialysis. At Kolebu, you will need to be earning 4,560 cedis a month minimum just to afford your 3 sessions a week, okay? Meanwhile, we are a country with a national insurance scheme. Insurance. It's supposed to cover all citizens. So how is an insured nation still not covered for a condition that is a very real possibility for 13% of our population? according to one of our guests this morning, Dr. Elliot Cranting Tano, who is a senior lecturer and nephrologist at the Department of Medicine, School of Medicine and Dentistry, KNUST. We'll be hearing more from Dr. Cranting, who joins us over the phone. Good morning to you, Dr. Cranting. Dr. Tano? Right. We'll be hearing more from Dr. Cranting Tano on this and many other statistics that he has put together as part of several studies into this dialysis situation. And why are there so few dialysis machines in the country anyway? As a country, are we not planning our healthcare needs based on our disease burden? So if we know that 13% of us have kidney disease, why do we have less than 300 dialysis machines across the country? Well, these statistics and numbers that are flying around represent actual human beings. There are real people behind these numbers, and today we are going to meet two of these real people. Lord Nanajiman is the founder of Lord's Foundation. It's a kidney failure transplant foundation. Okay, they want to help people who need that final solution to kidney failure, which is a transplant. Of course, he was on dialysis for 5 years before he managed to benefit from a kidney transplant in India. Dr. Elliot Cranting will join us later, but we'll also be hearing the story of Charles Dodiadupo. I hope I've said the name right. Yes. Charles Dodiadupo is a 44-year-old accountant. Now, he has been on dialysis for
a year and a half.
1.5 years now. They'll tell you their stories so that you understand the reality behind these numbers and why it's a national crisis. So, gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Super Morning Show.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now, Lord, you have a fascinating story, but I want to start with Charles. Charles, you're 44 years old.
Yeah.
You're an accountant.
Yes.
And you now have to spend how many hours on dialysis twice a week?
Roughly 10 hours.
10 hours.
A session is 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
A session is 4 hours. You go on the machine, give a think. If everything is okay, within 4 to 5 hours, you are done. Yeah, so 5 hours, that's 10 hours within the week.
A week.
Yeah.
Just to stay alive.
Just to stay alive.
Now, this is because you have chronic kidney failure.
Yes, please.
How did you get kidney failure?
I didn't know. Somewhere, I think in May 2021, I had an issue with my right leg. Yeah, I was feeling a bit of pain in my foot. So I bought some ointment to treat it. After a week, it was not going. So I decided to go to the hospital just to check. So it was when I got to the hospital that they after running some tests, they saw that I had high blood pressure.
Right.
So instead of them even focusing on my foot, they wanted to treat the high blood pressure first. So I was stabilized, and I made to run some tests. So after a week, I went, and it was from there that I was diagnosed with kidney failure. So they made me to do another test to confirm it at MDS Lancet. So when the results came, it was confirmed. So I was referred to Kolibu, but luckily I had some few friends at 37. I spoke to them, and I went to 37, and I was on admission for like 3 weeks, and it was confirmed that I had chronic kidney failure.
So in your case, you had hypertension for some time without knowing?
I didn't know. I didn't know. I think I went to the hospital 3 months earlier, and I was put on medication. Yeah, before the issue started. Yeah, so I spoke to the doctor, and he said probably it might be the hypertension, because I was very active. Throughout my school life. I don't remember going to the hospital. I was very, very active, so I didn't know where it was coming from. And besides that, when it comes to lifestyle, I was one that my friends would tell you, yes, I don't indulge in. So I was very active.
Yeah.
So it came as a shock to me.
And you've now been a dialysis patient for 1.5 years.
Yes, please.
How has it affected you? Has it changed you? Has your appearance changed? Your health, your strength?
Yeah.
Tell me how it's affected you.
Before the sickness, my weight was around 78 to 80 kg.
Okay.
Yes, but
so you were heavier than me.
Yes, but now I'm 57 kg.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 57 kg, and I'm not working because I don't have the strength to work. I mean, even as I'm sitting there, when I get up, you will see that my legs are swollen, and I'm even lucky today. As I'm talking, I'm not spitting because I can spit about 40 times a day. Yes, I spoke to them and they said it's part of the condition. So basically, I'm home.
And you're an accountant.
Yeah.
But you're unable to work now.
I'm unable to work. I'm unable to work. So for 1.5 years now, I'm home.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm home.
How has this affected your family?
Everybody was devastated. My mom, my dad, my siblings, my wife. Everybody was devastated. I was devastated myself when they broke the news to me. At a point, I was contemplating suicide.
Why?
Yeah, because I knew there was no help coming. And I mean, I talk to people, they tell me the only way out is transplant. And why am I going to get $40,000 to $70,000? And even to talk of the dialysis itself, a week, you spend close to $2,000 minus your medication. Yeah, every week. Where I do my session, a session is $550. And because we are anemic, we need to take an injection every session. And one shot is $220. We'll buy 2, which is $440. So plus $550, which is $990, almost $1,000 per session. And we go twice a week. So that's $2,000.
So I mean, people are up in arms about Kolebu's, 380 cedis per session. But you are saying that there are places where 1,000 cedis is what you need per session.
Per session, yes.
How are you able? You are not working, Charles. How are you able to pay 1,000 cedis twice a week to stay alive?
Yeah, by the grace of God, I get support from my family, especially my siblings, and a few good friends who I attended school with. In addition to my year group, once in a while they also come up to support me. Yeah, so that's how I've been managing.
But Charles, I mean, before I bring in Nana, let's be real here. This is 8,000 cedis a month.
Yeah.
I know that my family cannot find 8,000 cedis every month for any of us if this were to happen in our family. So how sustainable is this? Are you worried that at some point the money will run out?
I'm very worried. Very, very worried. Because if it gets to a point you go on Tuesday, where to get Friday is an issue. So you have to make calls, before a bailout comes out. Even as I'm talking to you, a very close friend of mine, today, he will not be able to come. Because from Friday, when we went on Friday, he ran the course. So yesterday, he called me and told me, actually, I've not even been able to raise 1 cedi. So I'm not sure I can come. And those days as I was missing the sessions, you miss a session and before I realize a day or a day after, I've been rushed to the emergency. Yeah, because you cannot sustain. I mean, water will be in your system, you can't breathe, you feel uncomfortable, and a whole lot. So
it's literally life or death.
Yes, life or death.
Every single day.
Yeah, every single day.
Now, Nana, your situation is, I mean, equally heartbreaking. Tell us how you came to have kidney failure.
Actually, at the age of 6, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
Right.
Yeah, so during school, I was taking my insulin jabs daily, on a daily basis. For that one, my family was able to manage it. So at age 17, 18, I started having issues. Those issues were swollen feet. I thought it was the normal thing, so they rushed me to the hospital and I was diagnosed with hypertension.
Right.
So after some years with hypertension and all that, I started doing my service at Birth and Death. That was when I was in school.
Birth and Death Registry.
Yes. So after my 1 year service there, my final month at Birth and Death, I collapsed there and they rushed me to 37. And I had issues with my kidneys too. So the doctors started discussing about it. Before that, after some month, I was rushed back to 37 again. They told me that my kidneys had failed me.
Wow.
That was very heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking.
How old were you at this point?
At this point, I was around 20 years. Yeah.
Wow.
It was sad. So I didn't want to believe it. So I started this prayer and all those things, and it was heartbreaking. So I had to psych myself up. The doctor spoke to me. I had psychologists speaking to me about it. So, and it was.
Tell me about the psychologists. Why was it necessary for you to speak to psychologists? What was going on in your mind?
After being diagnosed of kidney failure, I realized I was having swollen feet, couldn't eat well, started draining, like literally I had no hope. So my parents called me, Nana Didi. I told them I can't eat. I don't know what to eat. You lose appetite. There was no hope, no one to donate. Like the only hope I had at the moment was kidney transplant, because dialysis 3 times every week, it collapsed the family business. I was on dialysis for years, so it collapsed the family business.
How many years?
For about 4 to 5 years, I was on dialysis.
At the same place, right? 37.
It got to a point. It was true. So I was moved to a private dialysis center, First Dialysis. Yes. Because the machines weren't enough at 37. Sometimes they get broke down. No one to fix it. They have to look for other alternatives.
Wow. So Nana, 4 to 5 years of dialysis at the same numbers, the same costs that Charles and his family have been dealing with.
Yes.
About 1,000 cedis per session.
Yes. More than 1,000 though.
More than 1,000, right?
Yeah, because your EPO and iron alone, those are the medications you take. And let's say, because of his hypertension, we are all hypertensive, so your BP has to be managed too. So your BP medications, so sometimes they give you injections and all that. And being on dialysis is not just being on the machine. You need extra care. The nurses there too, I salute all of them. They really do. They give extra attention too. Sometimes you'll be there on the dialysis machine, someone will be on your right, on your left. You wake up, one is gone.
One is dead.
One is dead.
Yeah.
Just because maybe he delayed for dialysis and he came in as an emergency, but he couldn't stand the machine. So we lose the person. Kids are so young at 6
on dialysis.
It's sad.
Did you have people just like Charles? Did you have people who just couldn't afford it anymore, so they stopped and died?
Yes. Sometimes people won't come for dialysis. It's not because they don't want to come for dialysis, but just because they don't have the finances. So a friend of mine hadn't been on dialysis for about 2 weeks. He came back with a swollen scrotum, swollen feet, face. I asked him, he said, I don't have money, Nana. So sometimes you sacrifice a session for him.
What do you mean by that? You sacrifice what?
A session for him. Maybe you come for dialysis on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. So you sacrifice the Wednesday one for him. So at least he has one section.
So, and by the way, let's quickly say good morning to Dr. Elliot Cranting Tano. He's a senior lecturer and nephrologist at the Department of Medicine, School of Medicine and Dentistry, KNUST. Dr. Tano, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for your time. We'll be speaking more to Dr. Tano shortly, but let's learn all we can from Charles and Lord Nana about their experiences. Now, in your case, Lord, after 5 years, almost 5 years of unaffordable dialysis, you got a final solution.
Yes, that was transplant.
Yeah. How easy was it, first of all, to find a donor and then to find the money?
To find a donor, to find the money was the issue. The money aspect was sad, because you go everywhere, you write to institutions for support. Some will mind you, some will tell you they don't have. So I had to go to my friends, like my year group, my junior high, my university group. Some friends I had. Some friends spoke to their managing directors to also come in. So my year group helped me. Friends went on social media to raise some funds. It wasn't easy. It took months of fundraising before I could reach my target. So I salute Honorable Kennedy Japan, Sami Ewoku of NLA. They all helped me, and Mr. Ashley of Obsidian. They all helped, chipped in. Yeah.
So now you obviously have had a transplant.
Yes.
But you are acutely aware of what other people are going through.
Yes.
Tell me, when you were going through 5 years of dialysis, did you wonder why a country with national health insurance cannot step in your time of need?
I thought about it. I actually wrote some letters across. I actually went on social media, but since no one actually knew about this kidney failure, and I realized after my transplant, I went on the net, started reading about it, and I'm like, this is really going on. Kids are getting kidney issues, and it's as if the national health does not care about it. The health ministry doesn't care about it. You think about this, all these things, and I'm like, what kind of country are we in? We are paying taxes. I see the amount of money we pay, and not even a penny is allocated to this disease. You see kids dying, and I hear someone saying, "Oh, we are in for the youth." The youth is dying. The youth is dying. The education is down. Education on kidney failure is down. No one is talking about it.
That's something I even want to test. I mean, let me ask both of you. Charles, before you were diagnosed with kidney failure, did you know anything about it? Had you heard anything anywhere, any education about kidney failure?
I didn't know much about it, but years back, I think I had a friend who had it. Yeah, so I started asking, what was the cause, and from what I learned probably alcohol, and those stuff. But I didn't know the key underlying conditions was you being diagnosed diabetic and hypertension. I didn't know those were the key underlying conditions about it. So it was when I got it that I started reading and I started enlightening myself about it. So
what about you, Nana?
I didn't also know that being diabetic and being hypertensive could cause kidney failure.
That's interesting. Even though you had diabetes and hypertension, none of your healthcare providers had told you that it could cause kidney failure.
Yeah, I didn't know about it. So I was admitted at 37 after my national service. That was when they started discussing about it. And I started reading about it. I'm like, wow. So many years of diabetes and hypertension could cause this. The education was down. No one knew about it. Actually, no one actually knows about it now.
Well, that's why we're having a show like this. Dr. Elliot Cranting Tanner is a senior lecturer and nephrologist at the Department of Medicine at the School of Medicine and Dentistry, which is at KNUST. Now, Dr. Tanner, just before we take a break, there's one thing I want to run by you. This is your field. You've done several studies in this area. I want to know, are Charles and Nana some unique cases, or are they the tip of a massive iceberg?
Yeah, so thank you very much, Kojo, and good morning to your listeners, and good morning to gallant patients, I call them. It is really tough to be a kidney disease patient. Yeah. To answer your question directly, what stories you just heard are the everyday stories we hear, and that is actually the norm. That is what sometimes gets some of us very uncomfortable, in the sense that a majority of people are waiting to get sick before they get to check their kidneys. I was actually happy. I mean, that one of the patients said that, they had not heard much. I was waiting. If he had said he had not heard anything, then probably the problem will be on us as healthcare providers. But at least if he said not much, which is not bad at all, meaning at least he heard little about it. And I think one of the things we now try to do, and myself, some other people, is to try and educate people about kidney disease. We have an NGO that tries to we don't have money to take care of them when they get the disease. So we've always maintained that it's all about the prevention. And we try to make, all the noise that we can using platforms like yours and every platform that we are given. But the difficulty is the fact that people think that, somebody else is getting it. And I'm sure somebody is listening to us now who might be saying, they have it, but I don't. But beware that indeed, I mean, we have a 20-year-old we just heard, and all they mentioned was that, they were fine. Somebody mentioned that, it was his foot that had a problem. And when he got to the hospital, now the healthcare providers now were worried about his hypertension because they know now that hypertension might kill him faster than even his foot problem. The key message is that Ghanaians, let's not wait for symptoms. Let's not wait to get sick. Let's get into the habit of wellness, trying to check to know how well our bodies are functioning. Being active alone sometimes might not be enough. You need to see and check how the parameters are doing in your system. And again, that is one of the big challenges with kidney disease. The moment it begins with the symptoms of the nausea, I cannot eat, vomiting, I feel tired easily, we are in the end stages already. And that is why the moment they get there, the discussion is dialysis. But unfortunately, if you are able to pick it early, we can manage you for a long period of time, and chances are that you might not even end up on dialysis. So I think it's a national call that we all need to learn about our kidney issues. We all need to understand what actually happens, and we don't need to wait to get sick. But having said that, I think that government has a major a role to play so far as the management is concerned. We cannot leave all of these people to their fate. Now, this gentleman mentioned that he's an accountant. And mind you, now he has to stop his accountancy to go on dialysis. Now, if government was to support him to be able to be better off, he will be able to do his work well, and he'll be able to pay taxes back to the government. So we shouldn't begin to look at health as a cost issue alone, but we should begin to, as a nation, look at health as an investment. If you invest in these young people, if you invest in these people who are unwell, and they get better, they'll be able to work and be able to pay you back in terms of of course, the taxes, and of course, not to mention the taxes they've already paid, for you to become whoever you are.
Indeed. Dr.
And I'm waiting. Now, most people go on campaign platforms and are talking big and all of that. I'm personally waiting. Who will be able to say and hold the bull by the horn that, listen, so far as this care is concerned, we will not be able to do this much, but we will be able to do this. We hardly hear it. And again, I'm sure we'll be discussing some of my papers where I compare us as a country to other countries across Africa that are of the same GDP. Probably we are even doing better than them, but they are doing better for their people. In Tanzania, in Kenya, for instance, they are offering dialysis for their patients twice a week and all. And these, I believe, as Ghanaians, we will be able to do what we can do.
We will be getting into those during our conversation. Well, one thing I want to clarify with you before we go is about the size of the problem. That's even what I meant when I was asking whether this is the tip of the iceberg. What are the numbers telling us about the prevalence of kidney disease in Ghana?
Yeah, Kojo. So it's indeed a tip of the iceberg because what we see in the clinics are so small as compared to what we think is the main problem. Because these people happen to be in Accra, they know 37, they know Kolebu. And could you, how about those who in the Upper East, Upper West region, who probably will be going through the same symptoms and be told that, oh, it is, something that they did wrong in terms of Yabodidia or whatever it is that they say. So probably they don't even care to get into the health facility. So far as the numbers are concerned, like you rightly said, we believe that some 13% of our population have some form of kidney disease. So if we are assuming averagely we're about over 30 million, some 4 million of us have some form of kidney disease here in Ghana. Now the key thing is that this majority of the 4 million, chances are that will be fine. They might not even get kidney disease, or get kidney failure, I should say, and need dialysis. But there's a chunk that might end up doing that. And as per our ballpark figures that we put together in that paper, in the sense that we believe some 15,000 people might end up, requiring kidney replacement therapy or dialysis. Now, as per some survey that we did, not long ago, in terms of finding out how many people are currently on dialysis across the country, it's not even up to 2,000. So what that means is that there is a chunk of people who would need dialysis and are not getting it in other areas.
That's over
so what it means is that
people.
There is a bigger problem than we see it. And we probably may need to attack it from that angle.
Wow. Well, we will attack it from that angle when we come back from these messages.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Are you and your business experiencing cyber-related attacks? Are you experiencing impersonation or identity theft? Are you a victim or suspicious of cyber fraud? Are you suspicious of an online link or online business? Contact the Cybersecurity Authority to report any cybersecurity incident or for guidance before you make a decision on an online engagement you are suspicious of. Call or text 292, WhatsApp 0501 603 111 or send an email to report@csa.gov.gh. Follow us on social media at Cybersecurity Authority Ghana. Cybersecurity Authority, a secure and resilient digital Ghana.
By popular request, I'm inviting you to join Latina Travel and Tours on a 7-day prayer pilgrimage to Israel. Be prepared to be baptized in the Jordan River by our special pastor and also pray at the Wailing Wall. We will visit Jericho, Bethlehem, Tiberias, Nazareth, and many more enchanting holy sites that will linger on and on. You can choose and register for any of the following trips. First trip, 15th to the 22nd of October 2023. Second trip, 19th to the 26th 5th of November 2023. Rate $3,600 single per person and $3,200 double per person. Package includes visa, flight, hotel, tours, and many more. Call and book your space now on 0244-260-789 or 0558-120-400 or visit Latina Travel and Tours at Alisa Hotel, Northridge. Media partners Sunny TV, Sunny FM, and Joy FM.
Come with me. Bask in freedom. There are no deadlines here. Hurry so you can take your time. The sunset from above. A visual buffet. Pictures capture moments. 100 conversations don't exhaust the tale of your new favorite filter. The salt of the sea warm on your dark skin.
I would love to come back here. A truly immersive experience is our reality. South Africa invites you to summer with us. Create your own story with customizable experiences now. Visit southafrica.net. It's never too late to summer in SA.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power.
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On
(10:09). You're welcome back to the CIMG radio program of the year, the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Mama V, I'm depressed. Honestly, I'm picturing the situation of people who have to live with dialysis, and you see, it's not only the patient who, it's the families, because they are there with you, they are in it with you. They have to scramble, make phone calls, and find money to save your life. Every week, it's a scramble to save your life.
We've just been doing the maths back there. You know, we're thinking about if I am earning 6,000 a month and I have to go on treatments, and I have children, I have to buy stuff. I mean, as a woman, you're buying every day. You're spending about 200 Ghana cedis buying one thing or another for the home, right? Yeah. And if you have to live with such a condition, I mean, how are you going to survive it? I mean, it's impossible. Yeah.
Anyway, that's why these conversations are important, because look, in other parts of the world where they claim to have an insured population, they actually insure the population. The insurance provides for eventualities like this, not for the daily things like paracetamol and things that people can usually provide for themselves, but for the unexpected big shock items. That's what insurance is supposed to be for. Anyway, our conversation continues. Charles Dojiadupo is a 44-year-old accountant by profession, currently on dialysis for about a year and a half, and it's not getting any easier. Lord Nana Ajiman is the founder of Lord's Foundation. He's a kidney failure transplant survivor. Okay, so he's had a transplant, which is the ultimate solution when you have kidney failure. But before then, he was on dialysis for 5 years. It collapsed his family business, and he had to rely on the kindness of strangers just to stay alive. Dr. Elliot Kranting-Tano is a senior lecturer and nephrologist at Department of Medicine, School of Medicine and Dentistry, KNUST, and he has done several studies on this subject, so he has an in-depth understanding of the big picture, and it is not a pretty picture, I can tell you that. All right, we continue in a moment, but first, the Kingdom Books and Stationery Back to School promotion continues until October 31st. Okay. So get in on the 10 to 15% discounts that you can get on textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and so much more. Okay, it's everywhere. Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrady, Winneba, Cape Coast, all their branches. You can also call 0302 764 101 or 0302 764 209. You also have the choice of emailing info@kingdomgh.com, or you can just go to the website kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, you know, we all have those days when you're low on everything: energy, time, cash, and even airtime and data. Well, that's why MTN Extra Time is an airtime and data advanced service that allows you to make calls or browse the internet even when you have an insufficient balance. All you have to do, dial star 506 hash, star 506 hash, go through the prompts and select the amount of airtime or data you need. It's more than simple. Doing your favorite things on MTN means you don't get interrupted even when you are low on airtime or data. Please remember, all terms and conditions apply.
Now, Oktoberfest is here again. Mama V, Labadi Beach Hotel says you should come and enjoy some German beer.
Yeah. We're doing it. We're all doing it as a team.
Yes. And it comes with German food as well. You know. Have you ever had a schnitzel?
No, please.
Oh, don't worry. I'll hook you up. You will like it. And of course, Bavarian beer is some of the best beer in the world. And so the biggest beer festival in the world is Oktoberfest 2023. It's at the Labadi Beach Hotel. And of course, Labadi Beach Hotel was your CIMG Hospitality Facility of the Year. So congratulations to them for that. You will be having live performances from the Bayern Boys Band, who are from Germany. So this goes on the 6th and 7th of October 2023. That's this week. If you want to know more, just call 0302 772 501. Oktoberfest 2023 is proudly sponsored by Brussels Airline. Brussels Airline, you're in good company. Oktoberfest Beer Festival. Come, let's party.
And Latino Travel and Tours organizing 2 trips. The first one is to Israel, and they would spend about 7 days. It comes at a moderate all-inclusive rate. There's also the Cowbank Women Banking organized trip to Turkey and Dubai this October. If you are not a client of Cowbank, but you're a prospective client or you're an existing client, then this is for you. It is for you to engage with the Turkish business community, and it's from the 11th to the 16th of October. Business sectors include pharmaceuticals, agriculture, cosmetics, furniture, fashion, and a lot more. Just call Tina and she will sort you out on this. 0244 260 789. 0244 260 789. That's the number to call.
Now, experience the excellence and global recognition of a British education combined with convenience and affordability at Lancaster University, Ghana. Expand your horizons and elevate your career prospects with a British degree delivered right to your doorstep. Apply now and embark on a transformative educational journey that will shape your future. Admissions are currently open for the October 2023 intake. If you want to know more, go to lancaster.edu.gh. You can also email admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or just call them on 030 221 8989. You can also try 020 960 7008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
And here's some delicious news. Imagine a biscuit made from real cereal packed with wholesome oats and grains containing less sugar. Now, this biscuit is not only a treat for your taste buds, but also a nutritious option for all ages. And I'm talking about the McBerry Breakfast Cereal. McBerry Breakfast Cereal biscuit can be enjoyed at any time of the day, like right now at breakfast, with any beverage of your choice. It's delicious, nutritious, and affordable. And it's made with whole grain oats packed with fiber and real cereals with less sugar. With McBerry Breakfast Cereal, your kids also have the perfect snack they can take to school. Beware of imitation, though. Remember to go for the original McBerry Breakfast Cereal biscuit and start your day with a smile. McBerry Breakfast Cereal, goodness for your morning. This advert is FDA approved, Kojo.
Thank you, Mama B. All right, so Let's get back into our conversation. Now, before the break, Dr. Elliot Cranting-Tano, nephrologist at KNUST, was talking us through some of the outcomes of the studies that he has done into dialysis here in Ghana. Of course, our guests in the studio are Charles Dojia Dukpo and Lord Nana Ajiman. Both of them have been on dialysis. Lord, in the end, got a kidney transplant, but not before he suffered almost 5 years of expensive dialysis that collapsed his family business. Charles and his family are doing everything they can. Every week, it's a scramble to find the money to pay for another session of dialysis. They have both seen people die on their left and on their right during dialysis. It's a real problem, and Dr. Cranting-Tano has been studying it. Dr. Tano, let's come back to the conversation about how we are dealing with this as a nation. So your study has uncovered that across the country, we have less than 300 dialysis machines, and they are heavily concentrated in the Greater Accra region and to some extent in the Asante region as well, with very few in some other regions. There are many regions, about 7 of them, where there are no dialysis machines at all. How? First of all, how did we get it so wrong? Did we fail to understand the disease burden when it comes to kidney disease? Is that why we have failed to invest in its treatment?
Yeah. Thanks, Kojo. And I think where I'll start off with is that I keep saying that kidney disease is that neglected, non-communicable disease. So a lot of people would hear and know about hypertension, diabetes, but so less would even discuss or mention kidney disease until, of course, I put it up on my Facebook page, until Kolebu decides to throw a message for their patients and the whole country gets talking. So it is such a big problem. And where those of us who sit and see these patients on daily basis actually know how big the problem is. And indeed, it is the more reason why I wrote that paper for advocacy, for us to really understand what this is all about and probably what we are not looking at. So, for starters, yes, there's kidney disease everywhere in this country, obviously. But it so happens that there are some places, of course, without the machines. But the one thing we should also remember is that it is not, the machines need to be taken care of by, experts trained to be able to handle it. So it is not like, okay, now somebody hears that, now they say there is no machine in, let's say, Uti region or somewhere, and then the next day we would hear somebody say, okay, I'm going to put 5 machines there. That is a joke, because it doesn't solve the problem by just putting the machines there. You need the machines, you need the requisite staff, you need, technicians, you need dialysis nurses, you need all of this, apart from the fact that people should be able to pay for it. So if we don't solve the problem holistically, we'll end up, satisfying the masses. Yes, maybe they've done this or they've done that, but then at the end of it all, the patient does not get to lie on the machine. And for me, as a nephrologist, I want the patient to lie on the machine and get better. So we need to look at it holistically that way. But it is true that, yes, there are some 7 regions that there's zero dialysis machine, not even one.
Wow. Dr. Tano, let me ask this question. Galamsey. Are we seeing a direct connection between the rise of Galamsey and the rise of kidney disease?
Okay, so thanks, Kojo. And indeed, in research, we'll call this one ecological fallacy, one way or the other. Yes, we know kidney disease is going up. Yes, we know that, of course, Galamsey has, increased, in quantums. But we cannot directly say that it is, connected without, the required research. But nonetheless, we know that the chemicals that are used for these Galamsey and the fact that these patients, or should I say these people, expose themselves and expose our water bodies and our soils and all of that to this mercury and its content, we clearly know that mercury can affect not only the kidney, it can affect the liver, it can affect the heart to some extent, and even the nerves. So indeed, we can say that. But again, I'm throwing it out there. We need stronger studies to be able to nail it, that, okay, this is what has happened. But clearly, we know people who live in Galamsey areas have high content of mercury in their system. And then we know clearly that if you have high content of mercury in your system and in your urine, it can affect your body. And the organ that it also affects is the kidney. So we can actually say that, but we need to put numbers to it.
Wow. And you see, the reason why I asked this question is because the unavoidable fact is that Galamsey is introducing these heavy metals into our water table. It's a fact.
Sure.
So if you are confirming on the medical side that these heavy metals in our water table affect our kidneys, our liver, and others, then you're right. It's just a matter of numbers that we don't have. But the facts will be that the more Galamsey we have, the more kidney disease we have.
We can say that.
Okay. So let's talk about health policy. Okay. At some point, somebody has to look at these numbers and determine that we must fund the care for kidney disease. Someone has to make that decision. But so far, the only policy decision we are aware of is to tax consumables for the treatment of kidney disease, consumables for dialysis. What? Okay.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I am not
problem
okay.
Itself. Discussing it is also a problem.
Hey, so no.
Yeah.
Okay. Does nobody come to you for advice, Dr. Tano? You are at KNUST, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. When people want to make decisions, scientific decisions, do they come to you at all for advice with all the papers you've written?
Well, I'm sure they have their advisors, and of course, I mean, there are people in government who might also know some of these things. You know, there was some time ago, I think that should be 2018, where I noted that one of our big challenges, which of course has been confirmed by the gentleman you spoke to in your studio, the fact that we know so little about this. And I felt that was a very cheap way to start this discussion on how to help prevent kidney disease. Let's begin to educate our population. Let's begin to educate the doctors and nurses in these peripheral hospitals. Because where I sit, what actually happens is that before they get to us, things are very late. But if we are able to educate people who see the diabetics, hypertensives, or patients on daily basis and are screening them, chances are that our numbers will not be what we are throwing out there. So I wrote, a nice proposal, went around looking from Regin to Accra, trying to get policymakers to ride on it, that listen, this is where we can start from. Because I know the cost is something else. So maybe, yes, when we get to the cost issue and how government can come in, I have some suggestions.
In fact, let's hear them now.
We agree. We should get there now.
Yeah, let's talk about your suggestions.
Good. So, but the point is, if we start from educating the populace, that people know that, listen, don't get sick before you check your kidney function. Know that if your parents have diabetes and hypertension, chances are that they've deposited an inheritance in you. And chances are that as you grow, you might also get it. Of course, there are situations where your parents don't need to get it, or you, the hypertension or diabetes, but you might also get it. So let's check these things. In Ghana, for instance, about 7% of the population have diabetes. Hypertension, which the patients in your studio have all mentioned are the reasons why they actually got this, are about 30% in this country. 1 out of 3 people above 18 have hypertension. But the key question is, how many of these people are on, let's say, yearly basis, or even 6-monthly basis, or even once a while, checking to see how well their kidneys are doing, until somebody gets a foot problem and goes to the hospital before somebody checks the blood pressure. So we should get into the habit of educating people to know and prevent. That's where it starts from. Now, to what government can do under the circumstance with all the price that is going up. Of course, I mean, it's so terrible that something that is already expensive is being heavily taxed. That becomes a problem. And again, for healthcare providers, they want the best. I should say, Kolebu has soaked this pressure for a long period of time. Some 3 months ago, I already heard that, they are not able to do dialysis for their outpatient because they have run out of consumables. I hardly believed it until I called a colleague to confirm. And this has been happening quietly, and I'm sure all the discussions have been going on, outside media, until they get to a point that, listen, we cannot get going because we don't have the consumables. Our suppliers need us to pay for it. So what do? We may have to increase it. But look at the numbers, Kojo. It was 380. As of that 380, the dollar was around 60, right? It is now 700. So thinking about it, it's just so even if you don't consider the tax component and all, what they threw out there is realistic. Even what is the price of cane now compared to what it was about a year ago?
Yeah.
And the price of dialysis has not been increased for only having 4 years or whatever it is like. How long can they sustain themselves? Because eventually these patients will suffer. They get to Kolebu and they are told, we don't have enough machines, we don't have consumables. Go out there. Because do you know what it means to go out there? It is more expensive out there because that's private. So the Kolebu, that is the public health institution that should be able to soak and help these patients, cannot bear it anymore than to say that, listen, this is what the price is. This is the realistic. This is what you have to pay for. And I think government can step in. If taxes go off, of course, then the price comes down. Can we produce some of the items that we use locally? Indeed, if we can produce the cars, if we can produce this and assemble that, can we think about assembling it, so to speak, we're not even produce these items locally for the price to be reduced? Can we get more stakeholders to pump more? There's a something percent COVID levy. Now the point is that can we get a little levy with all of that to be able to take up, or should I say convert? Now COVID is going down now. Convert the COVID levy to a national a kidney fund levy to be able to support all of these things. Can we train more people to be able to take care of? So then, if we end up throwing dialysis machines across the country, do we have the necessary technicians to be able to handle it? The nurses, and again, when we talk about nurses and doctors, even the few, because of conditions of service now, are running away. That is also another big problem. So now people will get the condition. In my unit alone here at the component teaching hospital, but the past 3 years, the nurses are living in drones. And it's a highly specialized area. You take time to train them, and UK will love them because they are well trained. And they carry them away, and we are looking on.
Dr. Tano, thank you. Thank you so much. Some very important suggestions there from the nephrologist and senior lecturer at KNUST. Listen, we have 1 minute to go. I'm going to split it between our two guests in the studio, Charles and Lord. The president is listening. The health minister is listening. In 30 seconds, give them a personal message from you about what we should be doing at this point. Charles.
Okay, for me, all that I like to say is it's a very big issue. But in the short term, as the doctor said, they should waive the taxes on the consumables. They should waive it so that the cost will come down a little bit. And in the long term, they look at setting up a national fund devoid of politics. That is managed by an independent body so that they will help us who are on the dialysis to be able to sustain it.
Thank you, Charles. Lord, talk to the president and the health minister for me.
Okay, thank you very much for this opportunity. First of all, our first appeal to Mr. President to at least waive taxes on this consumables, as he said, and again put it on the national health. We are begging you, for the love of God and country, please put it on the national health. Help the needy. As you said, the youth is dying right now. The youth is dying of kidney failure and lack of dialysis, and now we are seeing this. You didn't promise this, so please help us out, Mr. President and the Minister of Health. Please help us too.
Thank you, Charles, and thank you, Lord. Thank you so much, Dr. Tano. Thanks to all of you who have participated in our conversation. The Super Morning Show continues after these.
Nowhere. Oktoberfest is here again. Ghana's premier 5-star hotel and your CMG hospitality facility of the year. Labadi Beach Hotel brings you another exciting edition of the biggest beer festival in the world, Oktoberfest 2023. Performing live is the Bayern Boys Band from Germany. Catch all the fun with German traditional food and beer at the plush Labadi Beach Hotel on the 6th and 7th of October 2023. For enquiries and reservations, please call 0302-772-501 or 0249-532-866. Oktoberfest Beer Festival. Come, let's party! Stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Litina Travel, in collaboration with Cowbank Women's Banking, is inviting all current and prospective customers of Cowbank to join their second business trip to Turkey, Istanbul, and leisure in Dubai from the 7th to 16th of October 2023. The cost of the full package starts from $2,550 per person and includes visa, flight, hotel, B2B meetings, tours, airport transfers, and travel insurance. The business areas include construction and building materials, furniture and interior decor, fashion and textiles, cosmetics, agricultural products and equipment, pharmaceuticals and medical equipment, industrial and heavy equipment machinery, food and beverage and processing equipment, spare parts, and many more. For inquiries, call Tina on 0244-260-789 or Gifty on 0270-302245 or Akosia on 0555-171311 or walk into any Cowbank branch or Litina Travel and Tours at the Alisa Hotel Northridge, sponsored by our media partners Joy FM and the Multimedia Group.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Pack Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gamepackgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Pack Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Pack Games. More moolah, more power.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.
On Joy 99.7 FM, you're welcome back. Now look, Charlie, Safari Valley. Now we've all seen the thing. We've all, apart from Winston, of course. Hey, I can't wait for him to come back, so I laugh at him.
But it was on television. I'm sure he saw it.
Well, yeah.
It was
Now he has to go and set foot there.
I want to go again.
Yes, we all do. Yes, to experience the amazing wildlife like zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian, mara, so many others. Listen, you can come and experience it for yourself at a starting price of 250 Ghana cedis. That's all it takes. And it's free for children up to 6 years. It's just an hour outside Accra, and they are open from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. each day. Go to Safari Valley Eco Park with with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. If you want to know more, go to safarivalleyresort.com, check out Safari Valley on Instagram, or call 059 691 4394.
Now, the Ministry of Education through the National Teaching Council presents the Ghana Teacher Prize 2023 is on the theme, The Teachers We Need for the Education We Want, the global imperative to reverse the teacher shortage. Guest of honor is His Excellency, the President. The most outstanding teacher will be awarded with a 3-bedroom apartment, and all winners in the other categories will go home with a saloon car. There will be 2 days symposium. The first is happening today, the 3rd of October, at the Akroma Plaza. It started at 9 a.m., so not too late for you to catch up. It would also happen tomorrow, the 4th of October, also at Akroma Plaza. And then a grand debut on Thursday, 5th of October, at the Ghana Secondary Technical School, GSTS. The event is brought to you by Get Fund, GS Occupational Pension Scheme, Glyco Pension, Prudential Bank Limited, SIC Life Data Bank Limited, Invest Core, Petra Trust, TTEL, UNESCO, UNICEF, Global Institute of Resource Development Limited, GCB Bank, Ghana Chamber of Mines, IC Given, Sabre Education, Lower Pra Rural Bank, as well as Benso Oil Palm Plantation, Nat Nagrat, CCT, and Tewo. Media partner is the Multimedia Group. My teacher, my future.
So, CIMG's domestic airline of the year, Africa World Airlines, is celebrating their 11th anniversary, and they've introduced a new mobile app for passengers. Now, this app will allow you to book flights, to manage reservations, and to make payments conveniently. Now, it's available on iOS and Android, and the airline is so grateful for the support of all of you, their passengers, over the years. They look forward to many more memorable journeys together. If you want to know more, you can call them. They have a great call center, and they will answer your calls when you dial 0242 43 8888. Okay, there's a toll-free number 0800 200 200, or just go to flyafricaworld.com. Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
And the eagerly anticipated Pick One game has arrived with a bang. So choose your favorite number from 1 to 36. Stick and get ready for the excitement as we unveil the lucky number. Prepare yourself to unleash even more moolah by staking from 1 Ghana cedis to 350 Ghana cedis and win 26 times your stake on the amazing Pick One game by Game Pack. Play by dialing star 946 hash, star 946 hash on all networks, or via the website, or download the Game Pack app, which is on gamepackgames.com. Watch the live draws on Adom TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. daily. Game Pack, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
Israel Bogawan. Ghana's ambassador to the
Willing
War.
Yes. I've got the keys, to Jerusalem.
Yeah. And thanks to Latina Travel and Tours, you could absolutely walk in Mama V's footsteps and enjoy one of 2 prayer pilgrimages to Israel. Okay, so you can either go this month in October or in November. Each trip will last 7 days, and the rates are very moderate and all-inclusive. Or you could go on the CalBank Women Banking trip to Turkey and Dubai. That's in October, and the trip is for all CalBank clients or prospective clients. So you can visit and engage with the Turkish business community from the 11th until the 16th of October. Now, the business sectors that you can engage on include pharmaceuticals, agriculture, cosmetics, furniture, fashion and textiles, food and beverage, construction equipment, as well as medical equipment, among others. Now, there are limited places on these trips, so please call Tina on 0244 260 789. Call her today. Mama V.
Yes, Kojo. We're talking to our friends from Glyco. This is Customer Service Week, and they've got something exciting they want to share with all of us. So in the studio now, I have Charles Graham Mensah, who's Chief Business Development Officer with Glyco General. And then Nathaniel Kwame Kofi is Head Sales, and he's with Glyco Health. So we're hearing Glyco General, Glyco Health. What's there in the group apart from general and health?
Thank you very much. I think it's appropriate to first of all say congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
On your award as the radio station of the year. The whole team congratulates you for the good work you're doing. Glyco. So we are just a group of 6 subsidiaries.
Right.
Glyco Life is our mother company that gave birth to the remaining 5.
Okay.
The focus basically for the first 3 of us is insurance. There is another that looks at the financial side of the market. And then we're also looking at pensions and then Glyco properties.
Okay.
So these 6 subsidiaries look across the financial sector, insurance sector, as well as the real estate sector.
Right.
And they are highly and very profitable companies running, and they are privately and indigenously owned.
Awesome. I'll get into the health bits, as the conversation continues. But I want to ask what customer service means to the group. What does it mean to you, customer service?
Well, one of our values is that any customer that visits any of our subsidiaries, we want the individual or the customer to go with a lasting impression. Okay, so customer service is key to us. In fact, what we hear often is that the customer is the heartbeat of the company. For us, it is the same way.
Without us, you don't exist, really.
Absolutely. So that is why we have key approaches to how we deal with customers. So first of all, we look at transparency. We are running a service, which means that whatever we are providing, our solutions are not tangible. What the customers will be looking out for is trust. Transparency comes out of trust. Okay, so we try and be transparent in all that we do.
Right.
For instance, from where I'm from, Glyco General, in terms of our policy documents, in terms of how we deal with customers, we are making sure that we are explaining everything and making sure that the client understands and appreciates what kind of scope of cover he or she has. The same way with Glyco Life. So in terms of transparency, we ensure that we are transparent with our clients and give them exactly what we are selling to them.
Good.
The other point I would want to raise is a bit about accessibility and availability. All right. We ensure that wherever our customer experiences our services, whether on the website, whether at our branch offices, the brand remains the same. So we optimize all channels through which our customer comes to us.
Right.
So that is another key thing. Then in terms of what we offer, we don't just offer perhaps straight jacket policies or products. We look or we customize our products.
Okay.
So again, from where I'm from, that's Glyco General. For instance, we have customized an agric product. So this is a product that is specifically targeted at farmers. So because of that, we have a special agric desk, and the products or the solutions that we provide are targeted at farmers.
Oh, okay.
We also realize that the market is segmented. We have different or varied customers with varied needs. So in our whole setup, right, we have, for instance, one area that looks, or a segment that looks at a segment of the market, for instance, the retail, individual.
Okay.
We have the corporate, then we have a broker unit. For the brokers, yes, they are intermediaries, but they are customers as well. In other words, they serve as the channel through which we get business.
You have a broker unit within the business?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
So, again, the broker unit takes care of the brokers, or that's the focus of the broker market. Then we also have the special decks. We have an oil and gas desk, which basically looks at the oil and gas market. All right. So you're looking at midstream and you're looking at downstream.
Oh, that's good to know. So you're trying to you sort of customize the experiences.
Absolutely,
for the
because
different group
we
of
recognize that the various customers or the various segments of the market have different needs, and different type of wants.
Good to know. So Nathaniel, tell us about Glyco Healthcare.
Thanks so much. Just like Mr. Graham said, we also want to take the opportunity to say congrats. I hear Kojo, starts the conversation with CIMG.
Yes,
exactly.
CIMG
so
program
congrats,
of the year.
Exactly. Congrats in that
Thank
thing.
you.
Exactly. So Glyco Healthcare is part of the subsidiaries of the Glyco Group. We pride ourselves to be the first health insurance company in Ghana, private health insurance company in Ghana. And over the years, we have customized our products or policies to suit the various demands and sectors of the economy. Just like Mr. Graham said, for Glyco Healthcare, our main focus is to give you peace of mind when it comes to healthcare needs. And so we have health insurance for individuals, for corporates, for the informal sector, for the government workers, those on the control and account and payroll. We also have a specialized policy for those in the diaspora. Right. We call the Sunkwa plan for them to be able to ensure their dependents down here in Ghana. We are doing that with a well-connected network of over 800 service providers, hospitals, dental clinics, optical clinics, pharmacies, to make sure that when you need the services, all 800 of them are at your back and call to give you excellent customer service. Yes.
Right. So you've been in existence for how long?
Glyco Healthcare will be 20 years next year.
Oh, wow.
We're going to have a big party next year.
Please invite us.
Sure, we'll do that.
Let's party together.
We'll do that.
All right.
As a group, we are close to, we are hitting the 40 very soon. And so very soon we'll be hitting the big 40.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. So Customer Service Week, what will be happening across the entire group? What should I expect from healthcare, from general, from life? I know you have real estate.
Great.
You have pensions.
Great.
What should your customers expect?
So, all our branches are very active in this week. Customer service is our way of life, so it is not just for the week, but especially for this week, we are going to have a two-phase approach to the customer service week. One phase will be targeted at our internal customers, which are our staff. We need to appreciate them and also make sure that they enjoy part of the services that we give out. And so we are having a customer service week where we're having a multi-faceted approach. Yesterday we did African wear, where you saw all staff in very nice African wears. People represented their regions beautifully. Today we are in.
Did they have local foods as well?
Oh yes, we'll be having local foods on Friday, so pass through.
And
where we are in our Glyco regalia, and so we are having that internally. Externally, all the clients that would come through our network of offices would have some things to snack on, maybe some toffee, some ice cream, Agbelika Klo and all those things. If you have some policies with us and you are coming to renew, yes, you have a different feel to what you normally enjoy during this week and then the weeks ahead.
Maybe just to add to what Nat said, on the external bit, we are not just into the business to take from the customers. We want a win-win situation. And we also realize that, times are difficult for everyone, including our customers. So we're going to take advantage of this week to visit our customers. And this time we are not going searching for business. We are going to identify with them, let them know that whatever they are going through, we are there to support them.
Right.
It's part of our values. We are empathetic as a group. Just to add to that.
Awesome. What's the plan for the future? I know that you believe in customer service so much, and you're coming on board with different innovations. Tell us about some, and what should we expect?
Well, to start with, I'll say technology digitalization is everything now. So we are building on a robust technology to ensure that we are permitting convenience for our customers so that they can access our service anywhere. I'll use us as an example. As in Glyco General, we have an operating software which is web-based, which means that anywhere any of our sales reps are, or anywhere the customer encounters us, whether on our website, they'll be able to get their policies issued or go through the process of obtaining our service.
Right.
We are also basically in the game of claims payment. So the major strategy is how to improve upon our claims payment. This year, for instance, we've paid roughly about 20 million in claims.
Already?
Yes, that's half year. That is what we are there to do, to pay claims. The customer will experience us well if we pay our claims well and promptly. So that is one of the major focuses.
Right.
Trying our best to ensure that we pay claims promptly and appropriately to our customers.
Okay. All right. So final words you like to share with us as you observe customer service week, right? It started yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. So what should we expect from now to the end of the week?
Sure. Before the final words, I just wanted to add that change is only constant, the only constant thing, and so we need to change. And so as we are going along the ways of our operations, one of the things we are looking at is to give the clients the opportunity to also tell us what they want. And so if there's anything that you want to see in the coming year with Glyco Group, Glyco Healthcare, General Pensions Properties, feel free to talk to us and let's do that. At Glyco Healthcare, we have what we call the e-health service. That gives opportunity to our clients to be able to call, speak to doctors who will consult for them at the comfort of their home offices, golf course, wherever they find themselves. And that is free of charge. There are dynamics to that. Doctors are able to send you medication through a mobile pharmacy, which is also free of charge. And so these options are also there to make your life more easy for you. We don't want to stress the customer. Health is quite important, and it has to be on the go, especially when you need information. And so we're also running what we call the Experience Center, which is 24 hours. And so any time of the day where you are stuck anywhere, you need help with regards to our card, you call the Experience Center, and then quickly somebody responds to you and resolves your questions for you.
I feel like asking you, put out numbers if somebody wants to get in touch with you. I like very much this on-the-go service that you just mentioned. What are the numbers to dial if we want to get in touch with the group or General Life, any of the subsidiaries?
Sure, we'll do that.
As we wrap up the conversation.
Great. So for Glyco Health, go to www.glycohealth.com. You find every information there that you need. If you want to reach out to me personally as head of sales, 020-4470-750. When you call me, you reach me. The only times I don't pick calls is on Sunday mornings. Apart from that, I usually pick your call. So that's just on the lighter side.
Okay, Mr. Graham, final words.
Well, just to let our customers know that they are the focus of what we do. Indeed, it is not just doing our best for them. We have to better our best. So that is what we intend to do going forward.
Okay.
They are more like God-given. As far as we are concerned, our customers are God-given because the intellect experience that we use to get them is also God-enabled. So what we want to let them know is that we are there for them. As a group and as individual companies. I just want to mention that our customer service number 020-2222-113. We could be reached there. And of course, the group is www.glycogroup.com. Glyco General is www.glycogeneral.com.
Right. Okay. So I know Life says we cushion you for life. What do you say?
The whole Glyco says we cushion you for life.
Okay.
So it's Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Awesome. All right. Well, I thank you, gentlemen, for your time. Thank you for this conversation. Charles Graham Mensah is Chief Business Development Officer, Glyco General, and Nathaniel Kwame Kofi is Head Sales, Glyco Healthcare. But as you've heard, there's also real estate, there's pension, there's life, and the properties as well. Well, we wish you the very best. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having us.
Still a bit more time before we wrap up here on the Super Morning Show, so please stay with us.
Radio Program of the Year 2022. Joy FM, Joy Super Morning Show.